paddle is wider than a traditional paddle. And what we discovered, the catch happens twice as quick because the blade is half as long. We found the distance per stroke is not compromised. Even with a smaller shake, it's a very efficient wing design that actually wants to drive forward when you plant it in the water. So when the blade goes in, you want to find that deep water, and you'll find the blade actually pivots deeper in the water than a traditional paddle.
Is that the legend himself in C1?
That is, yeah. That's Jimmy Terrell up front.
So that's how we're able to manage with a smaller area, still good distance per stroke.
Get out there, be patient on the catch, and train hard, go fast, and have fun.
So I'll tell you a couple ideas about the Malama. The original design idea was simply to design something that was best suited for our local conditions here in Southern California, since we are a local manufacturer in Oceanside, California, maximizing the length of the waterline and creating a canoe that is the longest on the unlimited market. And having the longest waterline on the market, I believe, is what is best suited for our calmer, flatter, typically more mellow conditions here year-round. And we've been enjoying it, and hope there's many more years to come.
Welcome to Hilo, Hawaii, where the water is as pure as the aloha that flows through it. Waiakea water is naturally alkaline, full of minerals and electrolytes, and always giving back to our planet and people. Live aloha, drink Waiakea.
Welcome back to the 2025 U.S. Championships Catalina Crossing. We had some technical issues there, but we're back. And things are getting faster. We caught up. A lot of the Coed teams have caught up to the back of the pack for the women's cruise. And there's a lot of boat wash in the water. The pace is picking up. We saw a couple changes. The Coed teams already completed their first change right before we jumped back on. So we're kind of looking at the race is kind of settling in at this point, even though there's a lot more wash and energy in the water. But yeah, we're looking at our unofficial leaderboard. From what we could tell, we had first place as a Newport Outrigger. Second was Kilohana, doing it for the Bay. They're out of Redwood City. And then Kai'ihitu, they're sporting the Red Bull Junior Canoe. They're holding a commanding third. And then kind of slightly behind them, there's a little bit of a gap, but it's hard to distinguish what the teams are as they're kind of converging with the women's cruise. And we're going to get you that information as soon as possible. But before we jumped off, we had the likes of SFOCC was in there. I want to say Oceanside, Tahoe Waterman, and then there's like an NAC and Hano Hano in the mix there. So the top 5 Coed is pretty tight right now, and we'll see what happens. We're looking forward to seeing how the rest of it unfolds. But yeah, we're gonna bring back the broadcast brought Justin. He had his head under the hood there trying to figure out our situation. So it's good to have him back. And huge shout out, huge thank you to Mindy. She's going to be jumping on periodically throughout the day. like I said earlier, we got a solid crew today, and we're really excited to bring it to you guys the best that we can. What's up, brother?
I'm back, brother. I'm back. For a little bit at least, but sorry about the technical difficulties there, guys. I had I'm ready. I'm ready. It's Modelo time for me already.
It's Modelo mode.
Yeah,
Are you ready?
Modelo mode. Hey, thanks for sticking with us, guys. Just so you guys know, we are trying to come from the back of the pack and show you guys some, competitive fundraising, and also show you guys, for all the families at home, guys that we may not see on camera. So we're working our way through that. We'll get to the women's race, here halfway through the day, and we'll be plenty of action for you guys to see.
So how are we looking?
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to just do a full shutdown.
Cool.
Yeah. Full shutdown.
You had to take the video game thing out of take the cassette out and blow on it a little bit, and then all right, now we can go back to playing Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. All good though.
Hey,
So
well,
to bring me up to speed here, I've been head down in the computer for the first part of the morning.
well, real quick, bro, I just want to give a quick shout out to you, man. Like, you bust your behind to make this happen. And it's not easy. You know, we're learning as we go, but man, you're up since what, 3:30 this morning?
Yeah. I had to do a little bit of programming, couple crew changes. I had to try and fix some of the graphics and stuff, but no big deal. It's a labor of love, brother. That's what it does. But
You're
thank
the
you very
man.
much. Yeah, it's a what do you call it? An honor to do it, and it is a lot of work, but it's fun to bring it to you guys. So thank you.
Yeah, definitely an honor. You know, speaking of working, a lot of these crews are working hard right now. We got eyes on this looks like a Hano Hano team, a Hano Hano women's team,
Senior Masters team.
senior masters
Yeah.
team. You know, I'm curious to know how many Hano Hano crews there are in the field. They got a really big club, and they're doing some great things with their program.
Well, 3 women for sure. I think they might have 4 women's crews. All the 9-9 numbers that's there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then slightly to the outside of them is Marina Del Rey's Open Women. As you can kind of barely see them. The Hano Hano escort boat
Yeah.
conveniently is blocking their view.
We're gonna have to reposition her.
So you got to imagine that the women's crews are probably going into their second change,
Yeah.
right? I mean, the timing is kind of offset between the first change for the co-eds, but this is kind of that part of that race where certain crews are settling in, but this is kind of the part of the race where mistakes can happen.
Right.
And you're battling with one team. At least you thought, before the changes, and then you do your first change, something happens, and then that crew just disappears.
Right.
And, sorry, in a couple seconds we're gonna have
Oh boy.
it's a now we know why the
tide.
now we know why the tide is, there's a strong tide. It's a bit of a super moon today. It's a family show after all, and I'm pretty sure the feed was a little blurry.
We're gonna see a change here. It looks like, I think, or we were.
But yeah, so like we were saying, the top 3, right, is Newport Outrigger. Second was Kilo Hana out of the Bay.
Yeah.
And then
Kaihitu.
Kaihitu.
All right.
A lot of Big Island contingency today, which is great. From Kaihitu to juniors on like Kaiopua junior girls.
Nakoa Kona sent a couple crews for tomorrow.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, and actually we got eyes on Kaihitu currently in their in the Big Island Junior canoe, and they're trying to hunt down Kilohana. way different stroke rates too from both crews. Kilohana had a very upfront, high-end stroke rate. You know, they got a lot of dragon boaters on that team. And, you know, Kai Ehitu in very, very much Big Island fashion, right? Just big,
strokes.
strong.
Yeah.
Shoot, man, we saw
the Houthi stroke.
yeah, we saw the Kaiopua junior girls, you know, pass us in the harbor, you know, as we were motoring out, and you know, you made a comment that that team is undefeated, and you know, by the looks of that team, we could see why.
Oh, okay. I see that.
All right, so we're panning back on we got a Golden Masters team. They're they also do it for the Bay, but we hear that Chance is actually steering that crew. So
Yeah.
you know,
She's a race director.
Yep.
Part of the CBAP. What do we name them? CBAP.
Catalina badass bitches.
Yep. Yeah, she's super excited to run this cruise. They're a marathon canoe paddler she's running across today.
And that's typically what Huiba'a, you know, they got their they got their club out of the bay in Redwood City, and then typically for this race they bring in the ringers from they're from like Michigan or like, you know, like these marathon paddlers.
Yeah.
It used to frustrate us, man, when I used to race at SFOCC, because
they would show up.
You never hear about Huiba'a during the regular season. We're like, what? How is Huiba'a ahead of us right now? You know, like, and yeah, man, bring the ringers, kind of like what Newport Outrigger is doing today, huh?
Right. Loaded up a crew.
Yeah.
Seems to be a lot of teams, you know, sharing paddlers, you know, nowadays.
Yeah. You know, fill seats in.
Yep.
Right. But it is good to celebrate the teams that do not, right? Like you got like a lot of the teams that are disciplined to the program or the development of the program. So check it out. Like we got our traveling team from Seattle here, Women's Open, about to do the first water change that we've seen today, even though they're probably on change 3 here.
Let's go, ladies. Yeah, they're in.
They must be so
warm,
happy that the water is warm here, and yeah, doing a water change.
It must be so warm.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? We were talking about that the other day about how they paddle in those conditions, and to them it's normal. You know, for us it would be brutal.
Well, and you know, and you know, speaking of Seattle, I believe we had eyes on the is it the Rico Crete? Or
well, we they're far away.
We know we don't have eyes on them anymore, but again, this is kind of the back of the pack for the Wahine, and
yeah, we're trying to creep through the ranks here.
Yeah, the Coeds are you know, kind of marching down on them, kind of weaving their way through.
Kind of pacing with the faster Coed groups, right? And we're moving our way through the back.
Yeah. Yeah, so back to Kai Ehitu, right? They, you know, I know there's a lot of unlimited paddling on the Big Island, right? Especially these days. You got to think most of them are paddling in spec canoes, and you know they got to bail, right? They got to manually bail canoes, and imagine like being able to push a button, right? Like you just like, hey, you know, hey, we got some water in from the last change. Just, and in fact, some of them don't even have to push a button. They push the button at the just auto bailing, and
we used to set up our boats with the float, and then not even touch it.
Yeah.
In fact, The first year we had, I think when Air Tahiti came out, we had auto bailers in, and they were
Yeah.
trying to bail, and I'm telling them don't bail.
Yeah.
And then every time they would stop to make a change, the pumps would go on.
Yeah.
And they thought it was the wildest thing they'd ever seen.
That's 2 Catalinas ago, our our men's team coolied, which was like wild. And we were in the mix, man. It was devastating at the time, but just to watch Danny was like, hey, just get in, start paddling, right? And
Right.
watch the bailers just work, and it just like basically funnels it sucks out all the water. The canoe is dry within, faster than we can bail it.
We got Kaihitu making a change out there. And they're in. There's so many different ways to do changes, right? It
Yeah.
used to be like the old school way is they slam the canoe as fast as possible.
Yes, keep
You
the
have to
momentum.
get in. And now
Yeah.
these guys, the canoes get up to speed so fast now.
Yeah.
They just, we'll stop the boat, everyone get in, and we'll start again.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when we would watch footage of like Shell, right? I mean, and they're in the Montahina, like it seemed like all of them would stop,
Right.
right? And then
They
just
get hydration.
glide, yeah.
Man, so far, beautiful morning. We got to be.
It's interesting. Like glare, it gets glary, and then a kind of cloud cover.
Right.
I'm like taking on my Kanan's sunglasses and then taking them off.
So another thing we just seen we passed by is a boat just put paddlers in the water, but where's their canoe? They're just swimming around waiting.
Yeah.
That's man, that could kill your crew pretty fast.
Yeah, when you're treading water like that.
Yep.
I mean, but if you're coming in from like Seattle or the Pacific Northwest or the
enjoying
East
it.
Coast, yeah, you're.
Yeah.
I mean, East Coast is warm too, but yeah, like those cold waters, yeah, it's chilling. Man, it's wild to watch, a team like Kaihitu just.
Yeah, they're so great.
Yeah, yeah, and they're just slowly, and that's the beauty of Will's ERC canoe, man.
Yeah,
It
glides along.
likes that long. Give it time, give it some patience to let it run. And you know what, Brada? They're gonna catch Kilohana. I'm saying that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way they're moving, because Kilohana had a very high stroke rate.
Right.
Like they started out hot. It's a long day, right? And you got men and women. You got different paddling levels, right? And the way they started was as Josh Creighton would put it was a cheeky start they had.
They started with all 4 men.
Yeah, and just 80 strokes a minute. But yeah, the way Kaihitu looks right now, man, they're gonna catch Kilohana here.
Yeah. They do look comfortable, very comfortable right now. We're gonna see a change right here. Looks like Dana's making a change. 1, 2, 5. Or 1, 3, 5? 1, 3, 5, sorry. Yeah, that's an open masters crew, even though it says open on your screen. This is one of the crews that were changing last minute, and I probably didn't get to update their graphics, so my apologies, ladies, but
they could have turned into open women overnight.
they could have. You never know. Yeah.
Change it to an open women's team.
Who's on the outside out there in the yellow boat?
You're talking about ahead of.
We got Big Island Juniors, and then is it a Wahine crew? Is that a Santa?
Yeah, it looks like the
Santa
Santa Barbara canoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how you feeling this morning? So far, so good. A little frustrating on the but that's the same.
We got different. This is the first time that we're. One thing we didn't factor in was like this is the first time we're using headsets.
Right.
So here we are trying to communicate with each other, and it sounds like you guys are underwater.
Yeah.
And I'm not used to that like.
We got to get back into podcast mode.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is the pace of it is a lot faster than the podcast, right? Where the podcast, we're just hanging out on a table.
Right. Actually in the action, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of the beauty of being the broadcast brothers, man. We're on the back of a boat live, and dealing with real issues in real time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 108 Santa Barbara. Yep. I think Corey Simpson said, I think he's racing home tomorrow, but
Okay.
I think he's fielding a couple crews, which is great.
We were touching on this with them last year, just how a lot of people who were watching that might not know how far Santa Barbara is, right?
Yeah.
From where most of the races are. They're one of the furthest north Southern California canoe clubs.
Yeah, they are.
And they always show up, right?
Yeah.
You touched on that last year, and that's kind of every year, and it's always a good time in Santa Barbara. Love their race.
The other team that's up there is Canoe, but I know I think they're in a rebuilding phase. But that was another really fun club up there. And they're since they're both of them on the beach there, they probably just swing back and forth. Yeah, Kai's
Yeah,
that stroke,
they are
bro.
coming. That's what I
Yeah.
mean, bro. They are going to catch
Yeah.
Kilohana.
Yep. Amazing. So comfortable.
Yeah. They almost look as fast as Big Island Junior Bajas from last weekend.
Oh, we got okay. All right. We're gonna roll. The field is kind of spread out, so not only is it opened up, it's north and south a lot too. So yeah. We're coming up on to be NAC number 420, Open Women's Crew.
Yeah, and our
Looks like
onboard correspondent Mindy had some information on them, um, and oh yeah, okay, yeah, oh yeah, so similar to last year, right? Where Will's wife Bobby was steering. You got Kel Thompson, I imagine on this team as
she's
well,
on the
right?
chase boat right now.
Okay.
Will's Escort driving right now.
Yep.
They got a good club. They finished, I think, top 10 at Oceanside and at Dana. Looking good, ladies. Yeah, so you're talking to Minnie about family affair, right? And paddling?
Yeah.
Perfect example of it right here.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Like husbands and wives.
Yeah.
It's here we got one where the husband is the boat captain. You got two boat captains. You got one steering and the other steering the motorboat.
They're gonna come and make a change here. We're gonna stay with them for this change. I want to see.
Yep. Will's probably like shaking his head that we're kind of in the way. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe that's okay. They'll go around. They'll be all right.
And behind them, we've been basically following Kai Ehitu. Kai Ehitu this year is the Paakapaimua of last year.
Yeah. We're gonna follow them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna follow them all for sure.
And they are following Kilohana, and they are like breathing down their neck right now. They're coming, bro.
Yeah. They are slowly making their way through this pack.
Yeah.
Looks like Kailua way on the outside out there.
Yeah, Kailua women's team,
Women's
right?
team,
Yeah.
yeah, probably. Yeah, like I said, it's they're a couple hundred yards apart here, north to south. All right, so NEC just moved up. They got paddlers in water.
Just checking to see what other women's teams that NAC, what other teams they're running today. I believe this is their only team.
We got a 2-person change. Kel Thompson Schwartz is coming in. It's going to be probably a 2-4 change here. Yep. Let's go, Kel. Nice. Nice. Is that Phantom Mama around that canoe?
It is the Phantom Mama. Yeah, I was just looking at that actually.
Nice job, ladies.
Go Woody's mom. Woody, Piper, and now Mac.
Yeah, baby Mac.
Man, how cool is that, right?
The Mac, that song.
Yeah, yeah. But Kelly just had Mac how many months ago?
What, 6 months ago? 7 months ago?
Barely.
Back
Yeah.
to the yep.
Yeah.
I know. I catch her on the
just
water sometimes in the mornings.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's on a super secret training regimen like me.
And in a blink of an eye, you're gonna see all her kids in canoes.
I know. Or in a blink of an eye, they'll all be mooning us like their dad.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either. Full moons. Lots of full moons.
All right, so we're making our way up to the pack, it looks like, and hopefully we can kind of zoom out on the hopefully we can zoom out on the Coed team that Kaiehitu, and just kind of show everyone like how close that gap is in front of or behind Kilohana. I don't know if our camera can pick that up, but they're coming.
Yeah, they're sniffing.
So that's kind of our first excitement of today's race is Kaihitu's battle with Kilohana, right? Kilohana had a great start. But just kind of looking at the way both crews are paddling, my money's on the team out of the Big Island. What's going on?
Jane, hold on. Hold on. Jane. Hold on. Okay, guys, we're going to take a quick break here. We're going to move up to the front of the pack for you guys, so you guys don't have to do a motor noise. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back to you. Aloha. Thank you. It's on the front page.
The paddle is wider than a traditional paddle. And then what we discovered, the catch happens twice as quick because the blade is half as long. We found the distance per stroke is not compromised. Even with a smaller shake, it's a very efficient wing design that actually wants to drive forward when you plant it in the water. So when the blade goes in, you want to find that deep water, and you'll find the blade actually pivots deeper in the water than a traditional paddle.
Is that the legend himself in C1?
That is. Yep. That's Jimmy Terrell up front.
So that's how we're able to manage with a smaller area, still good distance per stroke.
Get out there, be patient on the catch, and train hard, go fast, and have fun.
tell you a couple ideas about the Malama. The original design idea was simply to design something that was best suited for our local conditions here in Southern California, since we are a local manufacturer in Oceanside, California, maximizing the length of the waterline and creating a canoe that is the longest on the unlimited market, and having the longest waterline on the market, I believe, is what is best suited for our calmer, flatter, typically more mellow conditions here year-round. And we've been enjoying it, and I hope there's many more years to come.
Welcome to Hilo, Hawaii, where the water is as pure as the aloha that flows through it. Waiakea water is naturally alkaline, full of minerals and electrolytes, and always giving back to our planet and people. Live aloha, drink Waiakea.
It's gonna be the cat and mouse here. So we got eyes on Kilohana. You know, I imagine you got the likes of Tech Lee's on that team.
Oh, is he on that team?
I want to say Mike Lee, he's a NorCal Ozone rep.
Right.
Pretty sure he's on that team. But you know, they're pretty fired up this year from what I can tell. You know, they got a lot of paddlers up in the bay. A lot of the San Francisco-based paddlers are now paddling out of Kilohana down
Yeah.
there in Redwood City.
They look good. Like you said, they're a really fast stroke rate. They're moving, but Kaihitu is chomping.
You know, you gotta wonder too, brother. Like, you know, if I'm the escort boat on Kaihitu, you know, maybe they can kind of tell, like, hey, what they're doing. You know, hey, they got a high stroke rate. I would play the same. I would play the cat and mouse game with the changes.
Yeah.
Right. Like
Yeah.
anytime they do a change, the way Kaihitu is paddling, they're patient. They're long. They got a lot more travel speed. I would really leverage that.
Mhm.
Right. Like, hey guys, we're gonna hold you, you know, slightly longer. I know we said 30-minute changes, but we're gonna make it a 35
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
Right. Whatever their strategy is, but you know, um, there's still a good amount of racing left.
Oh yeah, ton of racing left.
That's a great shot of Hano Hano's women's team.
One of four that's in the field.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of the many Hano Hano teams that are out here, and it looks like they're setting up for a change.
Oh, Kathy Sheets is sitting in 3. Our scorer president.
Oh yeah, you've been in contact with her a good amount, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
Karen Thompson.
Karen
My
Thompson.
my
Yeah.
apologies.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. Nice shot here. Very cool.
oh yeah, and we also we just got word that it's Karen's birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday,
Happy
Karen.
birthday,
Yeah.
Karen.
Thanks for all your help too.
And then we got Coach Robin in seat 2.
They sure look good, man. Oh, Kaihutu just making a change back there.
Okay, so that's who is setting up for change, but so is
Yeah.
Kilohana.
Kilohana's going to be making a change here too. Yes, there we go. Let's see what they
I
got.
imagine it's a 1-2-4.
1-2-4. Nice call, brother. Oh yeah, they probably looked back, saw them making a change, and they want to make a change while they could. Like you said, it's a strategy, right? So they're
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah, and they most likely are on the same schedule, right?
Right,
Kind of
right.
thinking the same, like, okay, we're gonna change every 20, 30 minutes or whatever, but um but I'm very interested to see how that battle unfolds because currently, you know, that's second and third, right? Newport Outrigger / Tahiti is
They're on their way.
they're almost to Lua Larry's as we speak.
Oh, this is Miss Saga from Ontario, Canada.
They came a long
They
way.
sure did. And they're very happy about this water too, probably.
Yeah. But I wonder you know, does anyone know in the Great Lakes in the summertime, does it get warm? I imagine
Oh,
the
yeah.
water
Yeah, it
temp
gets
gets warm,
plenty
right? It's
warm
like
up
an
there.
ocean.
Yeah. They also get a lot of conditions. Thanks for coming all this way, you guys. Pretty cool. So, Joe, in this position right here, we're about, I don't know, 8 miles out, 7 miles out or so. Nutrition wise, what are you thinking right now? What are these girls, what are these ladies, and what are these co-ed teams doing?
You're trying to stay ahead of it, right? You should not be thirsty or hungry at this point. You are trying to be proactive. Even if you're not hungry or thirsty, you want to be consuming, right? You want to be you're burning calories more than you realize.
Yeah.
So it's about just kind of staying ahead of the game.
Yeah, we have some crews way north too. See them way up there. They took a high line, some of these guys.
What's your actually I never asked you this. What's your nutrition of choice back in the day when you were going nine-man races?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter jelly?
When I don't know. Not that I never paid attention to it that much, just we just ate fruit and peanut butter and jelly, but I know nutrition was starting to become a thing, focus. But
Yeah.
we never really
Yeah,
focused that
back
much
then.
on it.
I mean, yeah, back then when you were eating peanut butter and jelly, I was eating fig Newtons.
Yeah,
That was always my
yeah. You always gotta think you don't want to eat anything that's gonna taste bad,
Yeah.
because it's gonna cycle, right? So when you're like in a canoe or you burp like, oh no, that's I don't want to eat that.
So it looks like we got eyes on Mindy's team out of Oceanside,
Yeah.
and it's their master.
Masters crew.
Yeah,
Yep.
their masters team.
We're working our way up here as we're talking to you guys. The 66th crossing this year. A lot of history here,
Yeah, Catalina is a very iconic race. It's always a festivity after, right, on island.
Yeah.
A lot of these crews, and a lot of it's the end of the season
Right.
for most of our Southern California paddlers.
Right.
And heck, even some of the traveling Hawaii teams, right?
Mhm.
Like they may or may not be doing the Nawahine or the Molokai Hoi. Maybe they're using this as their kind of celebratory. Like this is our big race that we're gonna pursue.
Yeah. Catalina is such a festive time, and if you guys have not been here, Avalon is such a fun place to go to. We're a great destination for these paddlers to end up, and yeah, it's a wild fun
It's
time.
easier to get to than you think,
Yeah.
right? You could take a day trip.
Yeah.
From Newport or from Long Beach, right? Jump on the ferry. You can there's a lot you can do just in a day. Going to Cali, you don't have to, book a hotel. You could just enjoy it in one day. So
Yeah.
yeah, we got Mindy's ladies here on screen. They're women's masters. One of I think they have 4 teams today too.
They do have quite a bit, actually. They got, when you recall a list, like I always set up the list in numerical order.
Yeah, we should
Wait,
do it by
for-
canoe
I know, but
name.
yeah.
It's all good. Hey, speaking of Oceanside, our last 9-man race a couple weeks ago was a lot of fun. I know we weren't on the call for that, but I was definitely in the canoe for that, and I thoroughly enjoyed that race. We had some fun
Oh,
surf
that's
coming
good.
back to the harbor.
Well, it looked pretty good going uphill. You guys were definitely gonna enjoy it coming back down for sure.
Yeah, and then
We've been paddling for an hour and 30 minutes. So into the race, yeah.
hour half in. Yeah, so like you're asking about nutrition, so yeah, you should be ahead of the game. If you're feeling tired or fatigued right now, like that's not a good feeling to have this early in the race.
Yeah.
You kind of got the adrenaline should be behind you at this point. You've settled in.
Out there on the
So
outside is
so yeah, it's a masters to masters little battle here
it is. We do
between
have a Masters battle.
Lanakila and Oceanside.
Looks like Lanakila's going to run up a change, or nope. I think they're just finishing up the change.
The race within the race, I should say. Um, Mindy mentioned earlier that Susie Strazula was steering this team.
Oh yeah,
Was this Mindy, was this the team that Susie is steering? Okay. And she also mentioned that this is Susie's first Catalina as a steerswoman.
oh, right on.
So she's fresh off of coming in from Brazil, and we've kind of heard some devastating news about what happened to her. And but we're happy to
See her,
see her out on the water.
Yep.
She looks pretty good back there. And then slightly ahead of them is this a team from Kona? Um, oh no, this is the team. This is the Florida team. I want to say the Florida paddling hui.
Oh,
I
it is
believe.
Florida paddling hui. Oh, Kaiopua.
Oh, it is. It is a team.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kaiopua Open Women. Okay. My apologies. FBI from Big Island.
From Big Island.
A lot of Big Island teams out here.
Yeah.
So great to see. And you got to think a lot of these teams are fresh off of racing last week.
Trying to get closer to the action for you guys. This team's all spread out.
Yeah.
So that's a Lanakila Masters crew right there.
Yeah, and I want to say this was the same crew that had the memorial for Bossy before the race took off. And we have Lori Parker steering that crew.
Hey, Mark, come back to this crew. Lanakila. Okay, we're back there. So this is the crew that she paddled with, huh?
I'm pretty sure she paddled with a handful of these ladies that are racing this Masters team. Yeah, so you got to think she's out there with them today, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
helping them along.
yeah. Yeah, real quick, actually, I think this is a good idea to we should get our production manager on real quick and
Okay.
um I think she's got some good words that she wants to share with the paddling Ohana about this team here.
Yeah, Lori Voss was one of those people who lived life fully and completely. And she was up for any bad adventure, good adventure, terrible idea. But she was in and she just um, absolutely loved to be out on the water. And she was um, she was a warrior till the end. So we are super grateful to have known her and to have her part of our world. And we are, she's looking down at us today. So thank you, Bossy Bossy. Love you.
Okay. Thank you, Jane, for that. Sounds like a very, very special person. Super thankful we get to honor her today, too. That's great.
Yeah, and it's awesome to have Jane on board.
Yeah. Give a little bit of insight.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Like you said last time, right? Anytime you got a Creighton in your back pocket,
Things get done. I'm just glad that everything's rolling okay right now.
yeah, me too.
I'm like watch it going.
Yeah.
"Ugh."
Yeah. Lanakila, we have such a huge club, right? There's I'd like to connect more with our paddlers that we have. It would be nice to get to know a lot more of them.
Yeah, you're such a big club. You guys don't see each other on the beach ever.
I don't yeah, and I mostly paddle with the men and I haven't been to practice that much this year either, but at the same time I'm very lucky to paddle for a big community and a lot of great people, a lot of awesome sweet people.
Yeah. We're about 11 miles into the race here, guys, so it's not quite the halfway mark, but we're getting there. Dead middle in the shipping lanes right now, but no ships, just Vaz. We're trying to idle our way out of traffic here. We got canoes on all sides of us right now.
Yeah, and Oceanside Masters, we saw them earlier. They are neck to neck with Lanakila
Yeah,
currently. They're on a slightly inside line of them. And when you're at this point of the race, kind of almost to the midpoint, you got to think that you're gonna feed off of each other all the way to the finish.
Yeah. Well, it's never an easy race when you're side by side by competition,
Yeah, it's never easy, but sometimes you like that.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes you like having that battle, something to kind of set your targets, and you can really feed off of each other.
We're gonna move on up the pack here, guys. Bear with us for a minute here. We're gonna motor up. We're trying to get out of the way of all the canoes and not wash them out.
We're just washing out the screen.
Yeah. It happens when you're under power. That's the difference between having a mounted camera and having a holding camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get a little bit smoother, but when we're lower, it's fine. It's just when we're up at speed, the thing wants to go crazy.
So let's talk about the junior teams that are out here. I know there's a small handful, and I'm not sure that we'll be able to see them out here as we get closer to the leaders.
Right.
But you know, we talked about the Kaiopua junior girls. Of course, Lanakila junior girls are out here too. Do you see any other junior teams?
There's a Coed Oceanside junior team.
That's right. Yeah, the
320.
the only Oceanside or the only Coed junior team for that matter.
Yeah, we're hoping to see them too, but this race is opening up pretty fast.
Can you imagine, right? Like you spent all summer long kind of training for this race, and then you got to go to school,
Yeah.
right? Like the week before, or like the weekend, you know, or 2 weeks before. You know, if I'm thinking about my 16-year-old self, I'm like
I don't
that's
want to do that. Yeah.
yeah. Um, your days just got longer for those last 2 weeks of training.
We want to give a shout out to Southern California Outrigger Racing Association for hosting this race. They do such a great job. It's a lot of work, and we've been able to see behind the curtains. The last couple of years, we've been involved with Scora doing the broadcast, and I got to tell you guys, you know, if you see anybody from Scora in Avalon, thank them and
Yeah.
give them a big hug, because without them, this wouldn't be possible, and it's a huge undertaking. I mean, from going over to Avalon to setting the moorings for all the canoes, you know, they take a group of guys to do that. They're going to come back this week and do it again, and arranging, you know, helping coordinate canoes for everybody and safe transportation, escort boats, all of that stuff. You know, these guys are helping do, and so you make sure you guys thank them.
Lots of moving parts.
Yeah, a ton.
You know, and what's great to see for me, right, is they do all that, right? They manage everything and whatnot, but they still get to race.
Yeah, right.
And you know, we just saw Kathy Sheets earlier,
Yep.
Karen Thompson, Kelly Thompson, right? Like
Yep.
Kelly just had a baby,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you know, she's got her hands full with other things that we don't even know about, and they still get to enjoy and celebrate all that training and time that they put in. And that's honestly, to me, that's what Catalina is. You
Yeah,
know, it's
for sure.
It's the end of the season for a lot of these paddlers, and you get one big party on the island afterwards.
And most of them are going to ride a cold boat home tonight.
Oh
But no, Hine's not.
man, yeah.
It gets chilly on that run.
Well, especially after your body temp
Yeah.
kind of, you know, you just depleted, and then you know, you went from being hot all day, and now you're just all that dopamine, all that adrenaline is gone,
Yeah.
right? There goes the shivers.
Home. Yeah, I'm going to stand by for a minute, Brad. I'm going to fix this camera real quick.
Okay. Probably pretty challenging to see, you know, with all the shakiness here, but we're coming up on Heilani's team. I want to say this was their Masters team. They were here last year. Marina Del Rey's, excuse me, this is Marina Del Rey. We do think though that Heilani is on a Marina Del Rey canoe today. They're out here somewhere, but this is actually Marina Del Rey's open team. Apologies for that small kind mistake there. But yeah, they camera's not picking it up, but they just did a water change, and it looks like our cameraman is also doing a water change. And super fast water change. Wow, they were in and out. You know, you got the likes of Say Craig on that team, sporting their brand new ERC Malama It's one of the newer. It, it's one of the newer Malamas actually out in the field. And then just to the outside of them, we finally caught up to the first place Tahitian Coed team. Newport Outrigger. Shelvaz. They're sporting Shelvaz Matahina from last year. And then slightly outside of them is Lanakila's open women's team. So they got a tight battle right now with Marina Del Rey, and it looks like Santa Barbara, actually. Santa Barbara came to party today. So, yeah, solid battle right here with 3 Wahine teams. Newport Outrigger doesn't want anything to do with that. They're out of here.
Yeah. I think they're making their way through the pack, aren't they?
Yeah. And so if we're here, right, Rado? You got to think that Dana Point is somewhere around here, somewhere ahead.
Yeah. Well, we're going to see him soon here, but
Yeah.
yeah, Marina looks great. It's a beautiful canoe, man.
It really is, yeah.
First time I see it on the water.
It's a lot of tape that Will and Judson use.
Yeah, for sure. Wow, what a little battle right here, huh?
Yeah, Santa Barbara, man.
Yeah,
They
hanging tough.
love it. And then Heilani actually was on the Team Cal canoe.
Yeah,
That's where so that was and Heilani, they're off, they're out of frame, but they're slightly behind Santa Barbara and Marina Del Rey. So man, there's 4 women's teams right now battling for, I imagine, what's roughly the top 5.
Right.
Or is this the 4-way battle for second?
It might be the 4-way battle for
Right?
second, huh? Can you imagine? Who is that, Dana up front there? I mean, we're kind of talking off camera right now. Sorry.
Or
guys.
it could be Dana's second crew.
We're trying to get a lay of the land here for a second. Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that might be Dana's second crew. You remember how we were talking about how deep Dana is?
Yes.
So they actually might have two women's teams finishing in the top 3. That would be, what a statement.
Yeah, right.
Imagine the coach, I don't know if it's Brandy or whoever is, formulating those teams, but imagine the challenge in, trying to
put all that
together. Like, who's in your
that's
first?
a lot to manage.
Yeah, it is a lot to manage.
I think that's another thing about coaches that goes so unappreciated, is that they're dealing with a lot of different people and, managing teams and trying to put the best combinations together and look at
Yeah.
that,
Yeah,
hard work pays off.
Well, and it's hard work, but it's also hard work in our free time,
Yeah, it's true.
right?
Yeah.
That
We're doing this for fun.
yeah, yeah. That
We're suffering for fun. Santa Barbara Open Women right here. Guys.
Shout out Santa Barbara.
Come on.
We're touching on that. They travel pretty far distances for these races, and looks like it's paying off.
Yeah.
It's so great to see them in the mix here.
805. That's their area code.
Something about that color scheme too. It's so unique. I kind of like it. The teal and yellow. You don't see that one often. We haven't seen any of the East Coast teams yet, as far as the Wrightsville Beach
the Wrightsville guys.
Outrigger Canoe Club team. They're out here somewhere. They're on they're sporting Kahakai's canoes, so kind of be on the lookout for them. I mean, heck, maybe. We have no idea. I don't want to make any assumptions, but
well, if the Coed Open crew that's up there is moving their way through, this might be the middle of the field right here, huh? You think, or no? Do you think this is a 4-way battle for second? Hard to tell because we're not up front yet.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to tell. We're just well, go ahead.
We're expecting some weather today, and we haven't seen any.
It's still early. It's not even 11 yet, right?
Yeah.
You got to think at around 11 is kind of where you start to see hints of it. but and again, we're guessing, right? We're just making assumptions, but totally armchairing this thing. But just kind of based on how the races have gone this year,
Mhm.
Lanakila, they were the last race we saw. They were second women's
Yeah,
team,
I
right?
think so. I think you're right.
They were battling with that Kahakai Masters women's team,
That's right. Yep.
and I don't think we've seen that Kahakai Masters team. It's interesting to see Susie Struzula racing because she was with that team, um, a couple weeks ago. Now
Right.
she's with Oceanside.
I
But
bet you that's them way on the outside back there. That dark blue canoe.
that's that. You know what that is, brother?
Probably them.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah, this is it. This is the
We manifested their presence.
we did. They just appeared.
So we thought that we were in for a treat for the last time we were on the call with the Dana race when we saw Lanakila and Lanakila Open Women's battling it out with Kahakai Masters. And then we also got to see it, of course, on the men's side with Hano Hano and NAC battling out. And we're talking about strategy and, jockeying for position to do water changes. Man, we're in a lovely treat today with all these women's teams, how close they are
I know.
together. And we're pretty much coming up on the halfway point. On that Lanakila team, we got the likes of Cora, you got Ryland's sister Michaela, you got Danny's wife Leah.
Yep.
I mean, the list goes on. A lot of these ladies, they've been paddling together for a good while. You got Jill actually coaching them, and they're fired up. I just knowing them, knowing their personalities, they're not going to give this one up, man. They're going to take this all the way home. Plus, they got a Creighton in their back pocket too. Josh Creighton is chasing them along. He's going to set them up for success
Yeah.
today, guaranteed.
What do you think Josh is putting in their heads right now about, where they're at and what they're doing? Halfway point, you're in the mix with all of your competition.
Josh is probably telling them how awesome they are right now,
Okay.
right? He is he's keeping their headspace in a good place right now. They got the high line, right? They if anything, right, from a strategy standpoint, we kind of touched on this last year with the first place Coed, you're not going to beat the first place Coed team, but somewhat cover them, right?
Yeah,
Use
right.
their momentum.
Yep.
And
Let them pull you through.
yeah, so perhaps on a strategy standpoint, maybe he's thinking about that.
Yeah.
But at this point, it's hey, you're in a good position, and he's probably trying to get them to race their own race.
Yeah.
And he's maybe helping plot their course for them, right? As an Escort boat captain. And heck, if that's Dana Point's second team and they're running second right now, you're in a good position. You're excited. You want to try to get in their waters a little bit and challenge them. But if that's Dana Point's first team, you're even more excited.
Right.
And we don't know that for sure yet, but it's definitely a Dana Point, a Dana women's team.
Let's see, right now we're seeing Newport Outrigger and that yellow Matsuhina chasing down that Dana crew that's up front.
Yeah, do we know who is on that Coed team? So I had our director walked all this way to I guess he's reading through the comments, and he just so happened to he felt the need to show me the most important one from my teammate and inspiration Ross Flemmer asking where his ploy, And I was going to ask him the same. I hope he brought some poi for tomorrow's race because we're definitely going to need that.
Isn't he retired already? How old is that guy?
You know, he's still 49 from the last time we checked. So he's still hanging on, that guy.
Yeah. Man, these guys are all in striking distance here. Is that Dana's first crew up there?
You know what? For the sake of us being on the call, I sure hope it is.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine? That would be amazing. But I don't think it is. I'm actually looking ahead. I think I see another canoe that's looks like half a mile ahead.
Help it with that gimbal real fast. Help it with the gimbal real fast.
We need gimbal support from the
Yeah, we need gimbal support.
the Stye drone.
Oh, so they passed all. So it is Dana's first crew.
No way.
They passed all the women except Dana's first crew.
Wow. Okay, so there's another. I thought I saw another canoe up ahead. I mean, my eyes could be deceiving me, but okay. So that is Dana's first crew
Yeah,
that we're looking
I
at.
think so.
So, wow. Okay, so this is a very interesting development if it holds true. So that means the battle for the podium or for first is a lot closer than it was last year.
Yeah, because last year
Interesting.
they just jumped, or either that or the competition's just gotten better. Probably both.
Yeah, I like to think so.
I wouldn't, I didn't expect it to happen halfway across the channel. That's maybe 60% of the way we would see this, but man, Newport Outrigger's moving.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So that's what I
It might
thought.
be Dave's
Yeah,
second team, yeah.
I thought I saw another
Canoe up
canoe
front.
like shoot, man, almost half a mile ahead.
Yeah, still pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, and you know what? And this is we're kind of right on schedule. Like this is kind of where Newport, Tahiti, Coed, whatever we want to call them.
Yeah,
This is kind of right around where they caught the this is
last year.
it's
Yeah,
like top five. It's gonna take a little bit for them to catch Dana.
Yeah.
Dana is moving right now. They're I'm pretty sure that I saw them about a half a boat or half a mile
up.
ahead.
Okay.
It's my Kanan sunglasses, bro. I can
I
see
know.
far. You don't have yours on right now. You got them on the top of your hat. Plus, you're also you're looking at other things right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I know.
You're like the mama duck, making sure all the ducks are in a row, man. No ducks behind.
Well, it wouldn't be Broadcast Brothers events without events. Without
Yeah.
the daily events.
I mean, and every time we do a call, we do something new, right?
Yeah.
So we're learning something new every time. So thank you for bearing with us to our audience. This is something that we're still, we're always learning. We're new at it. It's we love to bring it to you guys as best as we can.
Well, we're also doing it on the move, so it's a little bit different. We're not sitting in a studio trying to, we don't have
a lot more moving parts.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got information on that Dana team. It's a Dana Masters team.
Yep.
Okay.
That's your second crew, the Dana Masters team.
And we think that they are running in second.
Yeah.
If we had to.
Yep.
Again, we're just guessing from back here, but so here.
Oh yeah.
You see ahead?
Oh yeah, Dana's way up.
Yeah, there's a.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But still, it's great to see that there is a battle, and you got to think that this is going to carry all the way to Catalina. This is kind of where, now we're kind of getting into that halfway point. Mistakes, right? Water changes. You want to stay ahead of the game.
Well, and to your point too, this Coed team is basically pulling the competition ahead. So you always want to be as fast as the Canoe that's sitting next to you. So as
Yeah.
they're going by,
Yeah.
you got a lot of push through that
Yeah.
time
There's
frame.
that momentum
Yep,
with
yep.
what they got. The conditions definitely have leveled out as well, right? It's a lot more smooth, a lot more flat.
Yeah, we're kind of shadowed right now. We're getting a little shadow from
Yeah.
Island. There's a swell in the water though.
Oh yes.
It'll be fun for you guys tomorrow.
Little salt swell. Yeah.
You getting excited about tomorrow?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, we're very excited. It's kind of anyone's game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good teams here, but Shelvaw's not here, so that really gets our juices going when there's a chance to win it.
So looking at some history of this race through the years, Mindy being the champion that she is, always is prepared, right?
Yeah.
And we have some lists of the previous winners through the years here and their times. And man, what an amazing compilation stuff here. So going back to 2013, we had a winner, which was Rincon Outrigger, but that was, I think, Team Teva.
That was the last time Dana lost, right?
I think so. Oh no, Teva won again. Teva won
2000.
again in 19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 18. They won 3 years in a row that time. But 4 hours and 3 minutes, 4 hours, 4 hours and 3 minutes. But that was the short year.
And was that the team that was using that 5
Yes.
Six
Yeah,
man?
Carbon one, yeah.
Okay. Where is that? What happened to that canoe?
I
Do you know?
think Alex has it up north, I think.
Okay.
Because that was his canoe, so because he paddled at Lanakila too, Alex did before he started the Rincon thing.
Okay.
But yeah, what a mate! Look at that, 4 hours. I don't. The record is 3 hours and change, right? Yep, 3:46:12.
What year was that?
Dana,
2015?
2015. If I'm not mistaken, that was the year Paddling Connection set it going back home too, before Shell beat it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that was a fast year all around, which is interesting because usually it's kind of one way or the other, right? Like
Right.
it's slow for the women, but fast for the men, depending on the currents.
Yeah.
But like if it's fast for the women, that means it's going to be slow for the men. And speaking of which, today it should be somewhat faster for the women. Where tomorrow, I think it's going to be on the kind of we got a dumping tide
Different time
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
I don't think it's going to be as fast as it was last year.
Well, I'll tell you, if the full moon comes by again, then, like, you might have a king tide tomorrow. We got Lanakila making a push here, going after Dana's second crew.
Nah, bro, they're going after Newport Outrigger, bro. They want some of that Tahitian.
The pull.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking at. I know the camera's not on it, but I'm looking at. We got eyes on Newport Outriggers Coed team, and I don't recognize anyone from Newport on that team. I think I want to say Chase, right? Chase might be on that team.
Chase might be on that team.
Yeah.
He's paddling with the men back tomorrow. I'm not sure.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty sure Mark's girlfriend Tiffany's on this team.
On this, yeah, we're coming right up on them. Bear with our panning here, but yeah, we're coming up on the first place overall Coed. Supposedly our cameraman Mark, is your wife on this team? I don't think he can hear us.
No. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's on this team.
Yeah, I think that's Chase in seat 3.
Is it? Yeah.
Got another Tahitian Brada in seat 2. And then the escort boat is conveniently blocking our view.
No.
Is your wife on this team? Oh no. Okay. Okay, so different Newport Outrigger. A different
little bit. It's the front.
Maybe Mark's wife didn't get on the ringer team.
I know. We would have a nice shot at this canoe if the boat would get out of the way. There they go. Oh no, they're just gonna get back in the way again.
They don't want to see what they're working with. They don't want us to see what they're working with.
Apparently
Maybe,
not,
yeah, yeah. They got some secret sauce on that boat.
Yeah,
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Should we get the sty drone up? Maybe.
We're seeing the cross up right here between the Coed and Dana's second crew. Yeah. And we're gonna get waked out here a little bit. Hold on. Jane, hold on.
Yeah, we
Okay, thank you. I guy just powered. The guy just powered up right in front of us. They're going in for a change. So we're gonna get to see a change with these guys right live right here. Dana's going up for a change too. It looks like.
Hey, is that the kind, Justin? Is that Coco in C2?
Yeah, that's Coco and CT.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Do you think that's Jason 3?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know who do you think is steering them?
I don't know. It looked pretty fast. So
I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Um, can you see the AMA on the shell canoe?
it says hell nah. Hell nah.
It says Helva. Maybe, I wonder if that's a trademarking, right? They're like, oh no, it's the Shelva canoe, but you can't keep the sticker on it, so we're gonna have to change the logo a little bit.
Oh, that's Dubois steering them.
Okay. Tehotua?
Yeah,
Tehotu
yeah.
Dubois?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, last time I checked, he's not from Newport.
Nope. Yeah, these guys are again the Coed guys are pulling. They're going to pull these teams to their max here.
Yeah, and Dana Masters is hanging on, but I'm kind of looking down a little. I'm looking north, and Lanakila women's team they're charging right now. They're on the attack. They're making a move. That pack that we saw earlier, right? Of Marina Del Rey, Lanakila. Of course, we got eyes on Dana. That's slightly behind. Now we got eyes on Lanakila, who's about to do a change. But that pack is kind of hanging on to the Coed. I thought this Newport Outrigger Coed was gonna kind of pull away, but yeah, no, they won't let go, which is great. Like like we've been saying, like just hold on to that momentum.
Yep, use it to your benefit. Stand by. Mark, just get this canoe right here, please. It's too far back. There's your sticker. Oh, bah.
Wow, I've never seen that one. Does it say Helva? Helva?
Hell, bah.
It's like when you're kids and you couldn't get the real Nike shoes, but your auntie went to like some other country and brought you back some Nikes that look like Nikes, but it said like Nick or something on it.
Yeah.
That's what that kind of reminds me of.
That's not Shelva. That's hell nah. I think I heard Tim Ono say that once and I laughed. That was a good one.
Oh, nah.
Hell nah. So we see Newport pulling away a little bit. About 15 miles into the race, 2 hours and 10 minutes. So we see Newport pulling away a little bit. About 15 miles into the race, 2 hours and 10 minutes. And front of the pack is opening up pretty good. I think we're going to
drive forward when you plant it in the water. So when the blade goes in, you want to find that deep water, and you'll find the blade actually pivots deeper in the water than traditional paddle.
Is that the legend himself in C1?
That is. Yep. That's Jimmy Terrell up front.
So that's how we're able to manage with a smaller area, still good distance per stroke.
Get out there, be patient on the catch, and train hard, go fast, and have fun.
So I'll tell you a couple ideas about the Malama. The original design idea was simply to design something that was best suited for our local conditions here in Southern California, since we are a local manufacturer in Oceanside, California, maximizing the length of the waterline and creating a canoe that is the longest on the unlimited market. And having the longest waterline on the market, I believe, is what is best suited for our calmer, flatter, typically more mellow conditions here year-round. And we've been enjoying it, and I hope there's many more years to come.
Welcome to Hilo, Hawaii, where the water is as pure as the aloha that flows through it. Waiakea water is naturally alkaline, full of minerals and electrolytes, and always giving back to our planet and people. Live aloha, drink Waiakea.
Still right here with the Newport Outrigger crew, and we are getting ready to launch the drone. We'll get you an aerial shot of where Dana is. They're up in front, probably, I don't know, looks like an eighth of a mile, maybe a little bit more. But this team's moving up on them, and we'll get a little bit of the field. Welcome back to the 66th annual Catalina crossing of the women and Coed groups. And we're about a little over halfway on the channel. We have gone through the shipping lane area, and now we're making our way into the shadow of the island, and should be a really nice late morning here for everybody. Welcome back, brother.
Right on. I have to grab some food.
Good time for a
Sure.
commercial break.
So we're actually gonna bring Mindy back on, our onboard correspondent expert, 19-time Catalina champ. Welcome back, Mindy.
Hi.
So, from what you can notice, or what you've noticed so far, or what are some of the biggest things you've noticed today? What are some highlights
What are some highlights?
from
Well-
from your lens?
Well, Dana Point has taken a considerable lead. I think more than I've ever seen any team do?
Yeah, I mean, they're completely out of
Yeah.
the picture, right?
Yeah,
Like,
we can't. It's we were looking up there. We were watching this Coed team, this Newport Coed team that looks like they're couple Tahitians in it.
yeah,
It's a mix. I don't know what the mix is. It'd be nice to know who they are and where they're from. But yeah, they're in that nice shell boat, so I'm sure they're feeling the mana from that. I was on a website today earlier this morning looking at um, one of the teams, and there was a quote in it from somebody that talked about how um, there's 6 seats in a canoe and 7 spirits, right?
Yeah.
The canoe is one.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? And I'm sure being in that Shelva'a canoe, there's some spirit from that,
The
team up
mana,
there.
yeah.
But, yeah, I think it's going to be really hard for this group to reel in that Dana Point team.
That would be, and that's just a salute to how fast Dana is
Yeah.
and how fast they've been going this year. Yeah, they're on fire.
Yeah, yeah,
But real quick, back to what you were saying about the mana in these canoes.
yeah,
That's a friendly reminder, right? Like when I grew up paddling, and you did too, grew up paddling in spec canoes,
right.
right? Every canoe has a name,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's you treat your canoe like as if it's someone else, right? And I just love that reminder that these. I mean, yeah, they're manufactured now, right? But
Right.
but to treat them like they still have a spirit,
Right.
and they're your seventh paddler, right? That's something that I'm always thinking about when I'm on the water.
Yeah, it's a real privilege if any paddler can go over to Hawaii and be able to race in a koa canoe, because even that is more mana in that boat.
Yeah, it's next level. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
those canoes are 100+ years old, right?
yeah. I was always taught, don't stand in the canoe.
Yep.
Keep the canoe facing out toward the water at all times. I'm sure you were taught all kinds of things like that back in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, just so many. Some people might think of them as like superstitions
Right.
or you're right, but respect goes a long way, and it's not just respect for that for respect for people, right? Yeah, but
Right.
it's just the respect for the conditions, your equipment, and it is, to me, it's all connected, and it really goes a long way.
Yeah. But yeah, I think everybody is lucked out on the weather today. The weather is beautiful. Normally, in about an hour, we are right now 2 hours and 20 minutes into the race, and we can see the island pretty close. It looks pretty close, but still about 13 miles away, which is probably another hour and a half at least. Um, the call earlier this week was for a lot of wind and a lot of wind on the Alma.
Yeah,
And it's
that's
not
right.
gonna
Yeah,
be the greatest. So um
and that could happen tomorrow,
right.
right? It'd just be
I mean, it truly is
a day
nice
off.
to be able to come across this channel when it's nice and calm, and not, for the women, we're coming into everything. You come into the wind, you come into the swell, you're going against all of it. Okay,
Yeah.
we're
So
being
earlier,
asked.
Justin, right? Justin
Right.
put up your fact sheet that you had, and let's go back to that actually.
Yeah,
And
so
thank you for producing that. That's amazing.
Yeah, so last year we had the overall women come in at 4 hours and 15 minutes, and the men come in at the co-ed at 4:02. The year before that, it looks like it was about 15 minutes slower. Right, in 2023, it was 4:20 for the first co-ed and 4:25 for the first women. In 2022, we had Catalina.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
Remember that
Catalina, where
the hurricane
there
that
was,
wasn't.
yeah, there was a hurricane, and it kind of destroyed a bit of the day before the race, right?
That's right. Yeah.
It came through and really kind of takes a
That's
toll on
yeah.
Avalon, and
Mhm.
I think they've wiped out some of their docks and a lot of their moorings, and it was really something they were they were doing over there, and it wasn't really appropriate for us to bombard Catalina when they were doing a massive cleanup after this
Yeah, that's a
hurricane,
good point.
right?
I was kind of only looking at it from the Newport side where it was kind of seemed calm,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
right? We're like,
yeah.
oh, like, and then I remember race day, it was like
It was
flat.
yeah, it was completely flat, and
Yeah,
everybody thought, "Why are we racing over
yeah,
there?"
exactly. Yeah,
Well, as in respect to Catalina and what they were going through and cleaning up everything, and they had a major devastation over there that week ahead of it.
see, Mindy, it's great to have you on. You keep the perspective.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that, so thank you.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons we did go over that year. So in 2022, the race was shortened. We did a big, like, straight out towards Catalina and hung a left-hand turn for, I don't know, 8 miles and then came back. So the times were way shorter. So in the Coed, Kai Y was here, but that's from a Northern California team.
Yep.
And they did it in 2 hours and 45 minutes. Dana Outrigger did it in 2:45. And then we had Hui Nalu out here from Oahu in a 2:46. So that's probably the closest anybody's been
Oh,
to Dana
great
Point.
point. Yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, in a long time. And then, 2021, 2020, it was canceled completely due to COVID.
Yeah,
And then we left off in 2019 when is it Teva from
Team
Tahiti?
Teva. Yeah,
Yeah, they won
yeah, we
they
were
won the
talking about
women's
them
race.
earlier. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, they were ahead of Dana by about a minute and a half there. Um, and I think Teva was on a winning streak because they had done it for one, two, so 2018 and 2017. Actually, Rencon Outrigger was the Teva group.
they went as
Yeah,
Rincon
yeah, they
that
went as
year.
Rencon, as you
Okay.
know, and Dana closely followed each one of them. So, we had yeah, Dana, and then and yeah, Dana, and then another Dana in 2015, 2016. The times were 3:46.
Jeez,
Dana Canoe, unlimited women.
has a very fast time.
Yeah. September 14th, Dana 4:25. September 14th. September 13th, a little switch up here. We had Lana Keela winning it. So the last year that Southern California, other than Dana Point, was Lana
Yeah,
Keela in 2013.
I want to say the men might have won it that year too, on the same canoe on the 404.
Yeah, I don't have any of
It's
the men.
around, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of my memory, but I'm pretty sure that's the kind of the last time a
Yeah.
California team won
And
it.
2011, 2012. So 2012 was the first year we had our first unlimited canoe in the race. 2011, we were still in spec boats and Bradleys, no unlimiteds. So
Yeah.
the very first unlimited in California was a boat called the Pickle. And it was
Remember that?
big green pickle-looking boat, and we had it down here for a long time, and we shipped it up to
Yeah,
we
had
shipped it up
yeah.
to Huiva'a, and they had it for a while, and it took a while for everybody to kind of like, there was a lot of resistance back in the day
Yep.
for them. Even me at the same time. I'm like, you know, they're a little harder to get into, but I, I feel like the longevity of people paddling now is due to the unlimiteds
Yeah.
in Southern California.
Yeah. Yeah, it's easier on the joints.
Kids can pick up the boats. Old people can pick up the boats. You remember back in the day, you were carrying a 400-pound boat down the whole beach to get it in the water, and it
All
took
hands on deck. Yeah.
10 people, and you only had
Yep.
6.
Yep. Right. So we're still on the well, now we're on us, but so we're working on landing the drone currently, but we're working on getting the drone up. But So we saw that pack of women earlier,
Right.
right? And so Dana was slightly ahead. Yeah, the likes of Lana Kila.
Yeah, that was Dana Point Masters.
Yep.
And Lanakila
Yep.
Open,
And then it was Marina Del Rey Open.
Marina Del Rey.
So like, what are
I think we saw kind of Kahakai and Team
oh Helani?
Helani,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they were on the very northern
that's right.
side of the course.
Yeah, yeah. And Santa
probably Santa
Barbara was
Barbara was right
also in
there.
that
Yep,
mix
yep,
too, right
yeah,
behind
yeah.
Lana Kila. But so from your perspective, Justin and I were kind of talking about like racing and like, what you're thinking and strategy and whatnot, kind of your perspective, like what are you telling your crew, how are you or what's your approach like at that point of the race?
Well, this point of the race, you're in right about the middle. So back again to the doldrums. If there's no one around you,
Mhm.
you're trying anything to, get the excitement in the canoe and not let that excitement level or that, oh,
Adrenaline.
did we get a drone back?
Yeah, we finally got it
Oh,
back. Oh, it's up in
okay.
the air
It's up in the air.
and it looks like it's operational.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Sty drone. We have liftoffs, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so it completely depends on where you're at in the race. If you're
Yeah.
next to somebody, you're like
Yeah, and that's what I guess that's
racing.
what I was asking.
Yeah.
Like, so like if you're those teams, those three teams, right? Like you're kind of, let's say you're Lana Kila, you're kind of on a high line. Are you trying to focus on what you're doing
Yeah, I
or
mean, you're focused on what you're doing, but you're actually watching what the other person's doing.
Yeah.
You're watching when they're doing changes, and then as a steersman in the boat, when you see them doing changes, you're going to get your boat up for at least 4 changes while they're in the water and stop. Because nowadays with the unlimited boats, they're harder to get into, so the boat tends to come to a complete stop.
Yeah.
And if you could take advantage of those times, that just adds more to, you're getting in front of them, or if you're behind them, that adds more to like you catching up to them.
Yeah, so we finally got eyes on well, we're right next to Dana Women's Masters, and what do we think? We think that they're second overall.
Yeah, Dana Point
On the
Masters
women's
is
side,
second
right?
overall. Yeah, and yeah,
That's incredible
yeah,
to have two teams, right, in the
first,
top
second.
two
Yeah,
across two different divisions, no less.
yeah. I'm trying to see if I can point out anybody in this boat. I think I see Jen Pelkey maybe in 3.
Okay.
And
I think Susan is stroking. I want to say Susan. Actually,
maybe that's
yeah,
Jody Connors in seat 5.
it's Chaz. I think Chaz is in seat 4 as well.
Yep.
I think Lynn, is it Lynn Christensen? What's her last name? Lynn. I think she was on that Masters team as well.
Yeah, no, they look really strong, They have such a my. We're looking at the Escort boat. I don't know if you can see the Escort boat. We look like we have some go-go dancers in there. Somebody's got their sequins dress on, and I don't know if she's going to go in like that. But
it's a go-go day, Bindi. So
go.
got go.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like we're headed up to the front, very front of the pack, to see what's happening with Dana Point's first top team. But one of the tricks I used to do, because we'd always, back in the 80s and 90s, our team there's always another team with us when we were up ahead. And what I'd like to do is when I'd see another team go for a change and the boat was by itself, I would pitch myself to the opposite direction of them so it looked like they were farther behind us. Why they're by themselves.
Yeah.
So when the new people come in and they look up, they're like, "Oh, we're behind them." You know what I mean? Because it is really hard to race from behind than when you're racing in front. When you're racing in front, everything seems to be a little easier.
Yeah.
When you're racing from behind, you really got to have that mindset like, I can do it, I can catch them, I can get them. I'm used to this. We work out this way, and we always try and catch people versus just getting out there. They're probably relaxed and
So, we got eyes on Dana Masters. So we're about to. It's amazing how long it's taking us to catch up to first place Dana Women's Open team. So obviously, Dana is today's version of what your team was
right,
back in
yeah,
the day.
yeah,
Who was so you got the likes of like Brandy Baxick, who's like leading that
right,
charge.
yep.
On your team, who was that figure for your team?
I want to say, it was
Okay.
Billy Whitford. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting. So you don't hear that often, right? It's always like kind of the coach within the canoe. I mean, some of the great teams in the world also have coaches that, like the
Right.
Johnny Puakeos who's
Yep.
on the motorboat,
Yep.
right?
Johnny Puakea once coached us over
Really?
as offshore. Yeah, yeah. I think Billy was in Hawaii doing something, and yeah, he actually coached us over once. But oh yeah, they're way up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was always somebody, for the first like 3 hours, 3 hours, there was somebody always around us, and our goal was to try and break them at 3 hours and then take off, and changes have a big factor in these races because you drop a lot of time in them. So if you can perfect your changes and you can perfect, attacking, your stroke through a wake,
Yeah.
which most people don't, or the attacking your changeovers, and you can really pay attention to all the details and really train, however you have to train to simulate that, because everything in paddling you can kind of simulate. For us doing fast changes, we would tow a canoe behind an escort boat and start off slow, and then one would jump from 1 into 5
Wow.
until we got it
Okay.
to where we can do it super fast. Like you're coming down a wave, or or you know what I mean. So you got in the habit of doing it really quick, so you don't dump that speed. It's all about boat speed, right?
It's all about boat speed. What's interesting, something that you're saying there though, is like that situational training, right? Not a lot of teams have that luxury to do so, right? But it's amazing that you guys were able to do it and you capitalized on that,
Right.
and it sounds like that it really paid off all those years.
Yeah. Well, for us, Catalina was training to go over to Molokai and do it.
Yeah.
So we
It's
were
always
always,
2 weeks before
yeah, we
Molokai,
were
right?
always training hard for Molokai, and there's no conditions here like Molokai, so we'd have to simulate it where Billy would take a boat and just throw wakes at us all day
Yeah,
long,
yep.
so we were comfortable with the um, being bounced around by wakes and water, and you start embracing it instead of fearing it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of something that we were talking about earlier, is like when the water gets mushy, especially like right in the beginning where a lot of competition's supposed together, a lot of boat wakes supposed together.
Yeah.
Two things are going to happen, right? Your team's either going to capitalize off of it, or you're going to kind of be on the wrong end or the receiving end of it. And
Right.
that's where you see a lot of teams separate in those
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
early moments.
Yeah. And as they get out ahead, they're so far out ahead, they're not dealing with any wakes.
Yeah, that's the beauty of
You
it.
know what I mean?
I mean, for example, like you could see Dana Point right here on the screen. They're not like, they got wide open ocean in front of them, right?
And all the teams that are, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, all the way back are now dealing with wakes. And, every time you hit a wake, you slow down just exponentially, right? And each wake just slows you down a little more, a little more. So teams like a Dana Point can get away fast and,
Yeah.
and put in the distance like they do, because, they're paddling in nice, clean, clear water while everybody else is paddling in, washing machine. Yeah, they're getting so I want to say, just by looking at the island right now and where Dana Point is, they're coming in on the high side. So I feel like they probably got a little sucked up, today.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we have eyes on Avalon.
Right. I can see the casino from here.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a really fast race. They're, like I said, they're being sucked up a little. And, getting sucked up like that, if the wind does pick up,
Oh, you're
it's
battling
normally
that.
wrapping
Yeah.
around
Yes.
this island, the tip of the
Yeah.
island out here, and then pushing you even farther up.
The
So
south side of right of the island.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I noticed that over the years, especially on the way back, the Dana Point guys are always on the south side of the pack.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
They just want to be closer to Dana?
Yeah.
Like Dana Point, California?
It's interesting that they're so high up. I feel like they're, yeah, a little higher up than most of the packet. And
So
pretty much looking back, everything's getting a little,
so Dana just did that change so quickly.
yeah.
And look how fast they got right up to speed. All right, so I guess similar question earlier. Um, at this stage in the race, of course, Dana is really far in the lead.
Right.
What are
I'm not sure if are we looking. I know on screen we have Dana Point Masters.
That's not their Masters now. It should be
Are
their
we
no.
on the
We have
open?
eyes on their open team.
Yeah, because this
Yeah,
is drone up
that's
in
a
the air,
typo. Yeah,
and
yeah, because the Dana Point, the it's their open, right? Okay, on the screen it says Masters.
so we got the wrong canoe numbers. Okay, so we're
This-
gonna fix that right now.
Okay.
We got that.
Or
So this is what you're looking at is the open, the top women's crew.
okay, that's yeah.
Shinlu steering. Let's go down the list. Grace,
Yeah, you got Grace.
Scooter, who
Yeah.
was one of their strokers. You have
There you go. Now we got eyes on
yeah.
them. Okay, so the drone was with our Masters team.
Oh, okay, so
Apologies.
okay,
Yeah.
So a testament to this first team and how hard they work and how athletic they are.
Yeah.
A week ago, there was a Mount Baldy race. So it started at 4,000 feet, went 2,000 feet up to, I think, or 3,000 feet up to 7,000 feet. They raced up the mountain, her and Brandy and Grace and a few of the other gals. A 2-hour race up a ski resort. I mean, that's the kind of athleticism that's on this team. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and they're committed. And it's great to hear that they do these activities together,
yeah,
right? Outside the canoe.
yeah.
Yeah, it's different team bonding. It looks like you got Soren in C2 as well.
Yeah, so it looks like Grace Scooter is at C3
Yep.
along with Candace Appleby. I think I see Heidi Alonso in that boat, maybe.
It looks like Grace is in. Did
Oh,
you say
Heidi,
C3?
no, yeah, Grace is in C3.
Yeah.
Heidi Alonso is steering right now, and normally I think Shinlu is out for a break right now. So we're at 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah, this is a sub 4-hour crossing, right?
I've done, and I don't know if you can see, you've got Johnny Puakea, who's their boat coach
Yep.
in that boat right there. But, for years, a lot of the steersmen would want to iron this race. And,
Yeah.
I think as a steersman, after ironing it and coming out, I would highly recommend coming out. You get a good perspective of what's going on. Get back in the boat, you're a little more excited. You can sit high, see what's happening around. Looks like Josie Griffin in one, along with Soren. You can kind of see little different in their strokes from all the other boats. They sit more forward, get more extension out to the front.
Yeah, and it's interesting that, and they still don't waste any time in the air,
No, they're
right?
nice and quick.
Very quick in the air. They get it right back in, and even though they're forward, they're still very patient,
Yeah,
right? And they still have they still give the canoe that time to lift, and then the rest is just a follow through.
yeah. But going back to the athleticism in this canoe, the one thing about outrigger canoeing is it's a sport for everybody.
Yep.
You can be a high level athlete, and you can be just a recreational paddler and come out here and, as long as you put in the mileage,
Yeah.
you can do this kind of race.
Yeah, there is a big learning curve, right?
Yeah.
Like, and it's interesting how you hear of like all these like elite athletes who try it and how much it humbles them. And I think it's it kind of breaking through that learning curve, and it's spending time, and also we talk about that, we were talking about that respect earlier. There's almost like that respect where you gotta put your time into respect the conditions and learn the conditions and learn the craft and learn your team.
Yeah. Julie.
Oh, is Julie Wolf on that team
Oh
too?
no, Julie Wolf's in the Ba'a Chaser. So she was on the team last year, but she had shoulder surgery during the winter. And
wow.
so we have her hanging off the boat there, along with her daughter, Rel Wolf. And the Wolf Pack is still doing Catalina, but these two are doing it on an Escort boat. They're one of our safety boats. As you know, Julie, a firefighter for many, many years, and she's one of our safety boats. Her other daughter, Cora Wolf, is in that first Lanakila boat.
That's right.
Yeah. And yeah. So I'm sure Julie's up here cheering him on along with Rel. Rel, one of the years, was their steersman for the first team during the COVID, the Catalina race where we canceled it. She was a steersman. So a couple of weeks ago, we had the IVF Long Distance World Championships. And I think Josie Griffin was one of the girls who went with the Kaha Kai group, and they came first in the 40s division. So if you see her now, she's in seat 1. So she's coming off of Brazil, going to Brazil. I want to say Shin Lu was over there as well. Kaha Kai, actually, we saw them earlier on. They went over there with a big force of girls and did really well and got a gold medal in the 40s.
So sort of circle back to what you're saying about Dana's athleticism.
Right.
So about Dana's athleticism. What else do you kind of what else do you think the reason is why they are so good?
Well, I think one of the reasons is they're recruiting athletes. So, they're recruiting athletes. So a lot of times you'll get people who come into clubs who aren't yet an athlete. Yep. Like in seed 4, a recent addition to their team, in seed 4, you'll see Candace Appleby, who's one of the top stand-up paddlers around. And she lives in Dana Point. And, after a couple of years in a stand-up by yourself, you get into an hour and you realize, I'd rather do this stuff with all my friends.
It's interesting too, speaking of her setup, she still has that big,
Yeah.
stand-up paddler setup, right?
Yeah.
You still see that in Danny as well. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
And yeah, so and would you say that,
Oh, can I just plug one thing?
oh yeah,
So this year she came out with her own sunscreen line because she's in the water so much called, do we know the name of it?
I don't actually.
Jane, do you know the name of it?
Um,
Can see, I think.
Candace's,
Their mindset is they love to train hard, right?
yeah,
They all train.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we're touching on that with them running up Mount Baldy the weekend before Catalina.
Yeah. And quite a few of them went over to Hawaii, a couple and did a pentathlon. During the Dana Point race. Remember they weren't
That's right.
there.
That's why they weren't
They
there.
were
Yeah, yeah,
circumventing the island, running with weights, swimming,
yeah,
paddling, the whole 9 yards. But there's a lot of people that come into paddling that are brand new to sport, sport. And it's one way that they can get out on the ocean. Not many people have the luxury of getting out on the ocean, 3 times a week, and especially if
yeah.
you're a water person and you're drawn to the ocean. They come into a canoe club, and as a coach, you got to almost train them to become an athlete first and a paddler at the same time. So once they get hooked and they become a true athlete, then things really happen in clubs.
Do you know how many moms that they have? I mean, we're talking about the wolf pack, right?
Right.
How many of the current crew members on their first team are any of them mothers?
Well, Brandy is because I know she's a grandma now.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
So she is. I think Heidi might be one. Her daughter's been on our escort boat a few times. With Julie, Rel and Cora are very high level paddlers. And, for years we would lie them on life jackets in front of seat 5 and bring them on workouts with us because we had no babysitter,
Yeah,
and so they literally grew up inside the canoe.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Josie? Yeah. Uh, Um, yeah, and there are a lot of moms out here today, and it's amazing how they manage their time. Oh, here we are coming up into a change.
Yeah,
Oh, they're going from seat 2 to seat 1 and coming in 2, 3, and that's it. Oh, okay. So the reason they would have done a 2-man change like that and bring Soren up into 1 is probably because they're giving Shinlu an extra time out,
okay.
for her to get in the boat and finish out the race.
I thought it was
So
just because they can't.
yeah,
That's how far in the
yeah.
lead they are.
Yeah, they can. That's true. They can. But what probably happens is when you pull the steersman out, your chain chart goes all crazy at that point, and you've got to reestablish. Think about how you're going to get the steersman back in. So this is
Yeah,
probably
okay.
their fix on how to get Shinlu back into seat 6. The next change will probably be
Like a 1-3-6 maybe.
1-3-6, or yeah, they might keep.
But Soren's like
Grace.
14 years old, so she could probably finish from
Yeah,
here.
she could.
Just keep the
They
kid in there.
They could probably keep Grace in there for a long time. So I'm betting it'll be so 2 just came in. It might be a 3-5-6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you have Johnny on the boat, and Johnny's very familiar with his team, so he's going to take advantage of each person's weakness and strengths.
Yep.
Right, and use them in the capacity that he sees fit, that helps the group the most. Where when you pull in change coaches who haven't been with the team a lot, you normally stick to a standard 1-3-5, 1-2-4, 1-3-5, 1-2-4.
Yeah.
Just to make it easy on everybody, and so everybody knows what's happening. But having the coach like Johnny on the boat, he's going to play around with different combinations and different things during a race like this, and especially when they're this far ahead. They can, gamble and do some new things, see if different strategies work. I know right now I think we said second place women is Dana Point and third place is Lanakila, right?
Yeah, there was like a 4-way battle for third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Dana Point and third place.
Yeah.
Well, Lanakila is using this race as a training tool for Molokai because they're sending this year a group over to Molokai, along with a whole bunch of their experienced paddlers like Jill and Jeannie and Amy. And they have a few new girls that'll be doing it. Like, I don't think Michaela Hart's done it yet. Kelly, Cora's done it, but there's going to be some new group going in there, which is nice because I don't think of a lot of, I know JoJo Tupner, who's done it every single year, Molokai, she always brings a team over. But there hasn't been a lot of Southern California teams going over to Molokai lately. Since COVID, and it took a lot longer for that race to come back. And I think the last year was the first year it did come back.
And that's a question that I have for Dana. Especially with Johnny on board coaching them, are they gearing up for Nauahine Okeka? Is this basically practice for Nauahine?
I steered them in Nauahine in 2015 was the last time they went over.
Okay, yeah, good to know. Hey guys, so we're gonna step off for a quick one. We got a quick message from our supporters, but we're gonna jump into a commercial and we'll be back soon. But yeah, thanks for tuning in to this year's 2025 U.S. Championships Catalina Crossing. Be back soon.
The paddle is wider than a traditional paddle. And what we discovered, the catch happens twice as quick because the blade is half as long. We found the distance per stroke is not compromised. Even with a smaller shake, it's a very efficient wing design that actually wants to drive forward when you plant it in the water. So when the blade goes in, you want to find that deep water, and you'll find the blade actually pivots deeper in the water than a traditional paddle.
Is that the legend himself in C1?
That is. Yeah, that's Jimmy Terrell up front.
So that's how we're able to manage with a smaller area, still good distance per stroke.
Get out there, be patient on the catch, and train hard, go fast, and have fun.
So I'll tell you a couple ideas about the Malama. The original design idea was simply to design something that was best suited for our local conditions here in Southern California, since we are a local manufacturer in Oceanside, California, maximizing the length of the waterline and creating a canoe that is the longest on the unlimited market, and having the longest waterline on the market, I believe, is what is best suited for our calmer, flatter, typically more mellow conditions here year-round. And we've been enjoying it, and I hope there's many more years to come.
Welcome to Hilo, Hawaii, where the water is as pure as the aloha that flows through it. Waiakea water is naturally alkaline, full of minerals and electrolytes, and always giving back to our planet and people. Live aloha, drink Waiakea.
We're back.
Yay!
All right, welcome back to the.
Getting so close to the island.
Yeah, yeah. There's
We're
Catalina right there.
we're almost
Back to the
3 hours.
2025 Catalina crossing.
We're almost 3 hours into the race. Right.
Incredible. We're definitely going to see a sub 4 hour crossing for the for first place
I think so.
Dana Women's. Hey, real quick, guys. We're kind of going through some technical issues with our drone. And speaking of issues, we just got word that there's a bit of a comment thread battle happening that's going on, and someone's I guess kind of impersonating our channel, and we just want to let everyone know that is definitely not us. I don't know if that's some sketchy bot that's out there that's stirring the pot a little bit. But if you see a BB saying some vulgar things or whatever, that's not the broadcast brothers. That's the BS brothers. We have no idea who that is, so just wanted to let everybody know that. But yeah, so we kind of held back a little bit, and the first place Coed team, who is still running its Newport Outrigger, they are running in first. Just like Dana Point women's team, they have a pretty significant gap behind them.
Would you say that there are 10 minutes behind, or have they closed the gap? Because they started 10 minutes later. So
Yeah.
what do you think? What do you think right now? Are they
Yeah, I'd say
within
they're
10 minutes,
roughly.
or
I'd say I'd ballpark it. Let's give them the benefit, maybe 7 minutes.
think so?
It's between 7 and 10,
Okay.
but regardless, I don't think they're gonna catch Dana.
No, they're not going to catch them, but are they going to close the gap of 10 minutes? Is what
Oh,
I-
great
I-
question.
Yeah, can they close that gap at all? I wanted to say one thing, because I know every time I watch all the paddling races live, there's a lot of comments on there that, why aren't you covering this? Why aren't you covering that? So
Yeah,
to explain, we're on one boat,
yeah,
and as the race progresses, I can look back and see miles and miles and miles of boats behind me. When you get into these races, the difference between first place, at 4 hours and last place at 5 hours and 24 minutes, you get an hour and a
huge
half.
delta. Yeah,
And so for one boat to go back and forth and have the camera's at a level place, because we can't go too fast, or all of a sudden, the
yeah, it
screen
starts
is
shaking.
bouncing
Yeah,
and shaking. So I think we're doing our best to cover as much as we did. If you haven't seen your team, make sure you guys go back on this broadcast and look for them, because we did start with the Coed and work our way all the way up, trying to get every team there is out there. And just remember that as far back as it is, it's about a mile wide, because some people are way up north
different
and some
lines.
people are way down south. And, that could be a mile in between there. So just, try and go back. If you're watching now and you want to see the finish, it looks like we're going to go to the finish line and watch as many people come through. So hopefully you can see your friends or family or your team finish. But if you're looking for specific paddlers paddling, I would, after the broadcast, maybe go back and to the start and, scroll up and see if you can find them there.
So speaking of friends and family, Mindy,
Mhm.
do you have family that paddles?
No.
Too? Just you
Yep.
and your family.
Yep.
How did you get into paddling?
I got into it. I started at Marina Del Rey.
Okay.
And I had a friend of mine who surfed with me. We both surfed. And she got me into it in 1977.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I was coached by Stephen Kekueva, Greg Shigoyan, Sandy Kahanamoku,
Yeah.
my coaches back then. Yeah, it was pretty amazing. Although I gotta tell you a story. I was for the first year. Well, I started paddling because our steersman came down drunk to a race, and so they just threw me in. And after that, when I started steering, I was so nervous to go outside of the harbor with my crew. I just keep them inside, and we would do everything inside the harbor because I didn't want the responsibility of taking them out into the open ocean. And then, years later, here I am,
Yeah.
So, you could be a little afraid of things, but, you'll get over it and get through it. And, if you see, this race Catalina and you're thinking to yourself, I can't do it, you can,
It's amazing, right? How your memory is so strong for those moments of like, those kind of breakthrough moments. I
Right.
remember that first time like you hoolied or
Yeah.
right the first time or you paddled outside the harbor and that's the beauty of paddling where we were kind of touching on this earlier where it really humbles you in all sorts of different
Right.
facets, right?
Yeah. Yeah. One thing I want to talk about is as we get closer and we start seeing people finish,
Yep.
I just want people to know they can go on to scora.org
Hmm.
and find all the results there. So if you're really looking to see how your team did or how your family or friends do, go on to scora.org, and they're very fast at getting all the results up.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, they'll be able to see the results
Well, as they come through,
today.
but we're
Um,
unofficial.
yeah, yeah. No, I mean,
Yeah, we'll
on
be on
Scora today,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
the
absolutely. Yeah, it'll
it'll
be
go
all
up
up.
quickly.
Yeah, yeah, they're very quick at getting them up. Yeah.
So, yeah, so,
Can
Dana,
yeah, it'll
it'll
be
go
all
up
up.
quickly.
Yeah, yeah, they're very quick at getting them up. Yeah.
So, yeah, so,
Can
Dana Women's Masters, right? They're holding strong, holding a firm second place.
senior masters, and then right behind them, it looks like our
It's the
Kilo
the Coed
Hana
team.
second Coed.
Wow.
up.
Okay, so Kai Ihitu, has not.
Mhm.
I could have sworn they were coming, but Kilohana they look to hold on.
Yeah.
And where is Kaihitu? Um,
So they had a white boat with blue top on the
Yeah.
boat, blue deck, white bottom, said Big Island.
that's right. Yeah. And speaking of Kilohana and the Bay Area,
Yeah.
I gotta say how we're talking about my old SFOCC team, and I think I got my names mixed up. I think I said that the steersman was Monica. I meant to say Melissa, and I wonder if that is Melissa steering them today, but we'll
So,
find out.
I know you can't see this on camera, but if you look back, there
Yeah.
is a shipping boat going right through the pack.
Oh yes.
See that?
Yeah, I know. Well, hopefully not. Maybe it's
the
like
tail
pretty
end of the pack.
far,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
We have a shipping container ship going right through.
But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much again for tuning in to this year's U.S. Championships Catalina Crossing. Apologies, we had the Sty drone. It was up and going, and just having connection issues with it on the feed. So we're doing the best that we can. Mindy touched on it earlier about trying to cover as many teams as possible. But yeah, there's only so much we can do with our boat, and but hey, we're excited. We're happy to be here. We got an amazing crew to bring to see you guys live, and it's a beautiful day here, and we're off the shores of Avalon as we speak, and life is good.
So we're in line right now. I see Kilohana, and right behind Kilohana, I see Lana Kila along with their party boat.
That's right. Yeah,
Their
Jerry's yeah.
big party boat coming up. So, you know,
That's a
outrigger canoeing is not a spectator sport, really. I mean, now it kind of is
Yeah.
because we're able to go live in the middle of the ocean, which is
yeah, as we speak.
amazing.
Yeah,
10 years
exactly.
ago, you wouldn't have thought about this, but you have Jerry who brings this how big? Do you know how big that boat is?
I do not. It's
And-
very big. The camera, we don't have eyes on it with the
Yeah.
camera yet. But it's the Born to Be Wild
Born to be
basically yacht, and it's 75 feet.
75
Thank you
foot.
to our production manager Jane.
So Lanakila has made
75
it
feet,
into
yeah.
a spectator sport.
You know, and I asked this to Justin last year, you know, how many people on board do you think are watching us? And I said 0. But then we later found out that 2 of them were watching. So shout out to Lanakila for watching us offshore here.
Yeah.
Well, so real quick, you know, again, the camera's not on it, but we were talking about Lanakila. Inside of them is Marina Del Rey, and they're holding on.
Right.
They're
Right.
they're on a slightly, actually, I would say they're Marina Del Rey now is on a more favorable line. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Because we're like you mentioned earlier, the pack is kind of pushing north.
You know, yeah, it's going to be a really fast race today.
Yeah.
Really fast.
You know, so fast that we may not be able to pick up Dana Point's finish. You know, I think that was kind of the
Well,
last we saw of them. They're so far ahead.
I want to say Marina Del Rey and Lanakila are battling back and forth right now because you have
For sure,
Marina
yeah.
Del Rey right here in the orange chat. Well, you're not seeing it yet, but
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get them. But yeah, we got eyes on Kilohana,
yep,
Outrigger. They're currently running second.
and they're doing a
Coed.
change. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4.
You know, it's funny, Mindy. So paddling in the bay for all those years, you know, where the water temperature is like 50, 52 degrees.
Yep.
We would have to head down to Kilohana's site, near their site, in Redwood City, because the water is warmer there. You know, the further south you go,
Yeah.
down in the San Francisco Bay. And but still, this water is much warmer than that bay water is. So they must love these doing these water changes. But shout out to them. I stand corrected. I was so convinced that Kai Ehitu was going to hunt them down. And you know what? Kai Ehitu is slightly behind. They were actually they're slightly behind Lanakila right now. So it is still possible, but they haven't quite made up that gap. So Kilohana's got enough of a cushion, especially with this fast water.
Well, you know, you say that,
Yeah,
but
and
it's a change race.
it's a change race. Yeah,
You know,
it's a
they've
Coed
got
change
girls
race, right?
and boys in that boat.
Correct.
So had they have all girls in right now and put all boys in it, it could change.
Yeah.
More so than in the women's race. In the women's race, you're not going to see a big changes all the time, but I think in the Coed you could see some changes.
Yeah, so yeah, Kai Ehitu, they're, you know, they are roughly, I'd say, a solid minute, maybe little less than than that Kilohana Coed team. And of course, we got eyes right now on Lanakila's women's team, and they got that must feel so nice when Jerry's boat pulls up and then they got extra encouragement, right?
Right.
And then here in a few seconds, you know, Marina Del Rey is going to kind of come into frame.
Yeah.
And I think they have a better line right now.
I think you might be right. But Lanakila has their cheering squad next to them.
Lanakila has a lot going for them right now. Again, they got a Cretan in their back pocket. So that I've seen that guy pull out a lot of interesting things over the years racing. So if there's anyone that can help pull it off for that crew, it's certainly Josh.
So I am saying that in seat 1, we got Jamie.
For Marina Del Rey?
Marina Del Rey, yeah. Oh, so angles kind of change a little right here. You know, we're looking at him now almost straight on.
Yeah.
So it does look like Marina Del Rey is about a boat length ahead of Lanakila.
With, again, like a slightly better line.
Yeah, yeah.
Mark, you want to work down a little bit? Give your back a break. Shoulder.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty exciting finish.
Yeah, and we're not that far from it. You know, we hit the 20-mile mark a little while ago. So that means that, you know, this race is going to be complete, or Dana Point's probably going to finish it within the next 40 minutes. We
So
probably won't catch them.
yeah, 3 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah, so yeah,
in
right
right
around
now.
there,
Yeah,
maybe, right?
yeah,
350.
yeah. It's a quick ways.
Well, quick for you.
You know, I gotta say, you know, now that everybody's in unlimiteds,
Yeah.
when you pa- you, but and you paddle unlimited across the channel here. When we used to be in traditional boats, you get out of the boat and this blue boat, you know who that is?
Yeah, it's Helani, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they're not
Looks
in
like
frame yet. But we got
we got
so
them
we still
coming.
got eyes, but yeah, they'll come in frame shortly. But yeah, so we got Helani coming up on us.
Yeah.
And they're in the Team California's
Let's see.
Malolo
Yep, yep. And we got Dondi
Masters team.
Dawson steering them with Rillo. It looks like she's in 3. Corey. So this gal, I mean, this is the Masters team. So Corey, one of the girls on their team last night at the coaches meeting, runs up to me and says, "When I was a 19 and I finished Molokai, you gave me your jersey."
Wow.
And I'm like, "Oh my god!" And now she's a Masters steering
Yeah.
there. Yeah, yeah.
So how'd that make you feel?
It made me feel great. I was like, "Oh my
That's
god, I
awesome.
can't believe I did that."
Yeah. That's cool.
But I know one of the girls on their team was just over in Brazil, or a few of them were in Brazil.
Okay.
I
Oh,
know,
they're traveling all over,
I know Rillo was. One of the other girls paddled 60s and won the gold medal in 60s in this boat.
And I wonder if they are also using this as a training race for
Molokai. I'm sure
Molokai,
they are.
right?
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
That's right. Yeah, they're doing well. They're running in the top 3 Masters, right? They're second Masters.
It's really good. It's really good to travel to other races, to compete against other people and to be in other conditions. And it really elevates your paddling.
Yeah.
You know, you have a team that goes and travels and gets in a different type of condition. When they go back home, they're like, "Oh, this is a piece of cake. It's cakewalk."
Yeah, and it's just good to get a change of scenery too,
Yeah,
right?
change of scenery.
Paddling your same waters all the time.
I'm sure they just came off of doing Kona.
Kona, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Brazil.
Brazil before that,
and
wow.
the dad's race, right? The dad center race.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Well, it's good to see a Hawaiian team out here.
Yeah.
And you know what? And Mindy, behind them, there's a bit of a gap. So that's roughly the top 10, right? Women's teams.
No, I don't think top.
Or
Dana,
top
almost
6, 7.
Yeah, I'd say top 6. So yeah, Dana.
Yeah.
You had Marina Lanakila.
Yep. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So Kahakai is running a northerly line.
Kahakai. Yep. They've been really solid this year.
Yeah.
You know.
But I mean, are they? To me, these teams that are with us currently, the teams that are with us currently here all have a better line. So yeah,
Right.
Kahakai they could be running 3rd,
right?
But they're way outside. I think they might have got pulled
up
too far
high,
north.
or thinking, we're thinking they might be able to surf down, or
Right,
there's no surf out here. Little, but not really.
Yeah.
We have
And Helani's about to do a change here.
And for all of you out there, Heilani from the island of Oahu, and they paddle at Sand Island.
That's right. Yeah. And that's also where our the Stydrone paddles as well. That's where Brad's home club. Heilani.
And the nice thing about this boat, I'm just going to talk about Team Cal and their boat. Tim Doherty is like I don't know. What's it when they fix cars up really nice? What was that show called?
Oh, Pimp My Ride?
Pimp My Ride. This is Pimp Your Boat, right? He has nice, soft, cushy.
Yeah, he always has
on
that.
his
Yeah,
boat.
that's
He
true.
has this boat dialed in.
That's
I even
right.
think, isn't this the boat that pops into pieces?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay.
Because a tree
So-
fell on it, right?
I think so. You're
A
right.
few years back.
So is that this boat?
Is that this canoe? Oh, okay.
there is
So
one.
this is not their, because that's right. They have two. So this is not the canoe that.
Jim has a wood planking over the sea.
Yeah, yeah. You're right. We would
Okay,
see the
yeah.
wood plank. Yeah, we don't see it. Yeah. So I don't know if that's what you're alluding to.
Yeah. Well, so Team Cal
Yeah.
has a boat that
Yeah.
they've cut up into 3 pieces and they put it on top of their car. Ricoli Cree does the same thing, but they do the whole
One
boat
big one, right?
on top
Yeah.
of their truck,
I know.
right?
Whatever it takes, Mindy.
Yep, whatever it takes to get there.
Yeah, I've actually hopefully one day I'll plug that video but yeah, I have a video actually of Team Cal, carrying that canoe into 2 pieces and loading it up on Saul's truck
Right.
at the Ventura race last year. It's definitely a sight to see. You don't need a trailer.
No trailer involved.
Yeah,
But how do you get 6 canoes to a race?
you need a trailer.
You need 6 trucks.
Well, how do you get Lanaquila's canoes to the race?
2 trailers.
You need 2 trailers.
2 trailers, yeah.
I think Lanaquila had 10, brought 10 canoes. And I know a lot of them loaned out canoes
Okay,
this weekend.
for those of you who have never really been down to Lanaquila's training sites, how happy were they when they switched over to
Oh, I can only imagine.
Unlimited?
It's oh,
you and same with Nohoa. Nohoa's down
that's
there.
right. Yeah.
They have 2, so it's Redondo Beach, if you don't know. Redondo Beach, small harbor. They have to walk their boats down the
It's like a rock stairway.
rock jetty.
Rock
Get
jetty, exactly.
onto
Yeah.
little wood plank,
Floating, wooden
floating
plank.
little
Yep.
dock. It's
yep.
probably the hardest place to get in and out of canoes
Yeah.
in and out of the water.
And of course, I got there in 2020, and we were already pretty much 100% unlimited by then. But yeah, so I can only imagine how it was unloading, 6-mans into that water. I was actually I was talking to our teammate Kikoa Kyle from Hawaii. That's what they used to do, and it's just crazy to imagine that. It's definitely a team effort loading
Right.
in heavy spec canoes into the water over there.
So you've had a lot of kilo, right?
Yeah.
How many people fall into the water off of that dock when they're trying to put canoes in and out?
It probably happens at least. It probably happens.
Speaking of
Yeah,
Lanaquila,
you know what?
Here we go.
We got their open women.
Lanaquila Outrigger Open Women. We got Amy Spector sitting 6.
6.
Jeannie Barrett in where is Jeannie Barrett? Looks like Jeannie Barrett might be in Cora in seat 3, Cora Wolf in seat 3, Michaela in seat 2, and Nikki Hudson in seat 1. I can't.
Sorry, Mindy. I think that's Kelly in seat 3.
Kelly in seat.
Yeah. But real quick, so back to the floating dock at Lanaquila. You asked like how many people fall in. You're talking to one of them. In my early years, I've definitely fallen into that water. Trying to grab the ama, and then like next thing you know, you step back and there's just air, and then next thing you know, you're in the water. We got Jean in seat 5.
Jeannie in seat 5.
Yeah.
Looked like I don't.
Yeah,
recognize
for
it.
sure. Michaela in seat 2.
Maybe Leah Ching in seat 4.
Seat 4. Yeah, that's definitely
Yeah.
Leah. But yeah, you know what? They're pretty much overlapped with Marina. Marina might have half a boat, 1 boat length lead. But you know what?
I'd say they're a quarter mile apart right now.
Between them, maybe a little less, actually.
Yeah. I judge it on regattas. Like
Okay,
there's a
yeah.
flag here,
It
there's
looks
a
a
flag
little
there, yeah.
less. I'd say like maybe 250. But all I can say is that it seems like Josh is kind of pushing them kind of
Down.
back towards
Down, yeah.
Marina. And they might have some swell kind of heading. I know we were saying that Marina might have the better line, but I'm kind of looking at the water up ahead, and there's some swell kind of coming
Kinda
from the
pushing,
isthmus. Yeah.
yeah, pushing
And
down.
maybe Josh knows that.
Yeah. Well, I find that, when I troll on Facebook, I see that
When you troll, say that again, when you troll
when
on
I'm
Facebook,
trolling on Facebook, I
like
see
trolling as in like you're trolling people, or you're like trolling for like fish.
no, trolling for people.
Okay.
There's not many fish. I guess there's
Yeah.
catfish on it.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I see that probably Lanakila is one team that practices a lot to Catalina and back.
Yes.
You guys do a lot of weekends to Catalina. I mean, that's just normal for you guys.
Yeah.
And what's the distance from Redondo Beach to Avalon?
It's probably it's probably a little shorter than
Okay.
today's race. I want to say it's maybe like 24.
Oh,
I'm guessing, but I think it's a slightly shorter.
distance.
Yeah, if anyone knows out there, I'm the guy that just sits in the canoe and just they tell me we're paddling to Catalina today, so I just go do that.
Yeah.
But I thought it was slightly shorter.
So, if you're out there watching this right now, and you have your sights set on being up here in the pack, would you say that in the wintertime, a great goal to have is doing the wild buffalo race?
Oh,
I
100%.
mean, how many,
Yeah.
you train with these girls, how many of these girls are on one man's doing the wild buffalo race during the
I
wintertime?
mean, yeah, I'd say 90% of them.
Right. And
Oh, is it 39? It's 39. Yeah, I was way off. So yeah. So it's a lot farther. I thought it was closer for, I'm sorry, it's closer to the isthmus. My bad. Yeah, and then we do like another 10 to Avalon. And I didn't listen to you probably. You said to Avalon, right?
right.
Yeah, okay. I was just thinking to Catalina.
Yeah.
My apologies. But back to your question about the ladies on this team that paddle one man. Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
say damn near like 90% of them are.
They're
They're out there in the early mornings
They're
too.
out at 6 o'clock in the morning. I see I'm on Strava as well, and I look at some of the girls I'm good friends with. I look at what they do every morning. They're out at 6 a.m.
And I'm seeing Leah. She's on the V1. She was out
Yeah.
on the V1 last week. Shout out to Danny's 404 V1 that he's got, the Va'a Te Huritawa. It's good to see that canoe out on the water, but yeah, that's what it takes, right? If you're
That's
if you want more Catalina action all year round, you can
Yeah.
after this race, keep the fitness up
well,
on the one man.
time on the water. That's the formula, right?
Yep.
That's the formula for all these guys. Time on the water. The more time you spend on the water, the better you're going to get.
Yeah, Josh is definitely turning them down. They're a lot closer, right? Wouldn't you say, Mindy? I'd say that
Yeah.
and I hope we're not in the way. Actually, we're kind of in between them and Marina.
Right. I'd say Marina still has like maybe a boat lane. Maybe it's kind of going back each change. It kind of goes
Yeah.
back and forth, back and forth. So this is the race within the race, because I think both of these canoes are open women.
This is, yeah,
Yeah, so they're racing in their division right now
for second and third, correct?
for because that other one
In their division, yeah.
in their division.
Yep.
I would think they're coming up on the change pretty quick.
I mean, yeah, we're at that point now, right? Where it's crunch time. We're at that point in the race where it's crunch time. You probably have maybe one, maximum two changes left. And we'll see what kind of strategies unfold here as Lanakila battles with Marina Del Rey to the finish. I mean, they're within 5 to 6 miles to the finish.
Right. And we're at 3 hours and almost 3:30 into the race right now.
All right, now that the camera situation has stabilized, and I think so have we. We're gonna bring the broadcast brother back on, Justin Feisago. Mindy, thank you so much again for your insight. It's always a pleasure to have you. You know, we're gonna catch up with you again at the finish once we get the ladies coming through. Hopefully, we get some interviews with them.
Yeah.
And we'd love to see how your Oceanside ladies finish as well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, thank you as always.
All right. Here comes the other brother.
Well, we're gonna do right here. What's up, brother?
He's back. He's back.
I'm back.
All right, so now is it the what are we calling the camera now?
I don't know. Call it
Because Justin's on camera right now, bro. Justin's he's a jack of all trades. This guy.
I just need something to do.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, so get me caught up here, brother. What are we looking at?
All right, so we got Lanakila in a very interesting battle, neck to neck as they would call it, with Marina Del Rey's open team, who is behind the camera actually. So we can't see them, or at least the camera cannot see them. But we're in crunch time.
Yeah, we're what?
We're
5 miles or so.
We're definitely in crunch time of the race. Yeah, we're probably 5 miles away. Lanakila, they're keeping it hot. They're in attack mode, and it looks like Josh is actually turning them down towards Marina, and hopefully we're not in their way. That's my only
He'll wave us off for sure. If
Yeah,
he is,
yeah.
But
or Amy will.
yeah,
But
this is where the brain damage happens because the island looks so close, but it's still a few miles away. And oh my God, I remember these days. Like, well,
it's hot. Yeah, it's hot. There's no wind. Yeah,
you're almost out of all your food and your nutrition's gone. Oh my God, just get me there. No, these guys plan better for that than that. But
yeah. I mean, it doesn't look like they got brain damage. They are in pure attack mode. Looking good, ladies.
Well, I wish the boat could turn, but Marina is behind us, and they are like neck to neck right now. And you know what? We should spin out on that side, huh?
Yeah.
And get them on a cross shot.
Yeah, I think that's a great call. Now Justin is now he is a
Let's go.
he's a traffic controller now.
Marina,
He's
sit,
filming.
Marina.
He's on the call, and now he's on traffic control with
breaker. We're moving the boat. Yeah, we'll get a cross shot on these guys racing.
Yeah,
get
that
this
perspective.
Is like the race of the day right here.
This is the race of the day.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be the Coeds, with
Well, they sure opened up a little bit up there, but it's really deceiving because of the way that they've opened up north to south.
Yeah.
So, like you were talking about, line and where the advantage is going to be really hard to tell till they're right there on top of each other.
Right when they start converging.
Yeah.
Crazy though, right? Like we were talking about the possibility of some homicide wind.
Yeah, and there's none.
And there's none.
None.
And so that means that it could come tomorrow.
I know. Can you imagine? If it blew all night tonight, you guys would be really excited.
Yeah. Well, especially if it's from that direction.
Yeah. Okay, Lanakila just made a change. So, Joe, when we talk about strategy and changes, Marina just saw Lanakila make a change. Do you think they're going to hold him for another 5 minutes? Like,
You know what? Josh is so fast at making the changes. Notice how he was so in and out?
yeah.
I wonder if Marina Del Rey didn't even see that because that was so fast, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, uh, if I'm them right now, I would try to match, right? Because you're Marina Del Rey. You had the leverage, right? You
Right.
don't want to lose the leverage, and so sometimes like if there's, let's say, like there is 2 changes left, I would try to match your opponent, change for change, and then kind of force their hand for the last change.
Yeah. I get it.
But
Because there's no, you could theoretically change your crew all the way to the end in this leg.
that's a good point too.
Right?
Yeah.
There's no stopping point.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like I think I got eyes on Charlotte. I think
Yeah.
that's Charlotte, their junior in C5.
Let's get a little closer view there.
Very, very different strokes, right, between the 2 crews. Marina's got a little bit more length. They got really good travel speed. They're really giving the canoe time to slide forward. Lanakila's in attack mode. They're kind of relying on that turnover. So yeah, I mean, shoot, they didn't make the change, so they probably feel really good about this combination that they got right now.
You think Josh or Amy are starting to point them down towards this line a little bit, or are they going to stay up there?
No, I think they were kind of trending down.
Yeah.
And hopefully there's some sort of momentum, some sort of swell that they can use to come down to them.
Yeah, they sure look good.
Yeah.
This team looks really strong. Even like you can look, I mean, we don't see it on camera right now, but if you look at their chase boat, all the paddlers look rested.
Yeah,
look
look
like they're
positive.
laboring.
Yeah.
Mhm. This is going to be a good race right here. I'm going to pan out a little bit and get the cross shot for everyone to see. Right behind that motorboat is Lanakila on the outside out there. You kind of see him in the shot.
Yeah, and they're roughly 200 to 250 meters just north of them. Just north of them. And another observation is I think this is the most women's team that we've seen on Malamas
Yeah, this right or this race for
this
sure.
race. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because remember the last time we were on the call, the Whitey Harrison, I think it was only Kahakai, right?
That
They were
was
like
only
the
one.
only
Yeah, but they were co-ed.
no,
Oh,
the master women's team.
oh, that's right. I
Yeah.
think you're right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know Will. We talked about this, and I know that the Wahinas were having a problem kind of figuring out the canoe.
Yeah.
And so, there's a lot of positive feedback from the men right away, and the women were having a hard time kind of sorting it out. But it looks like Marina figured it out.
Yeah, and we got to touch too on this is a bit of a rivalry,
Yeah,
right? Marina Del Rey, Lanakila. Yeah, it's like
It's Friday Night Lights, brother.
it's like the Raiders and the Niners,
Yeah.
like Oakland Raiders and the San Francisco 49ers a little bit back in the day. Two historic canoe clubs, right?
Yeah.
Two kind of the older, Marina Del Rey has been around for years. Same with Lanakila. And yeah, they're out of Marina. They're both clubs out of LA.
Lanakila was founded in the 70s. 70s, huh?
I think it was 1980,
Oh, 80.
1980.
Okay.
But
Okay.
probably, I mean, they're probably talking about it in the 70s, maybe.
Yeah. Over beer, son.
Yeah.
I think we should start a club.
Because
That's
I
how
want to say Uncle Al used to paddle with Marina Del Rey.
Okay.
I have an uncle that actually used to paddle with Uncle Al in the 70s. So yeah, I think he started
Wow.
Lanakila in 1980. I want to say. Well, I don't know the history of Marina Del Rey and what year they started. I know they're pretty old. They're one of the oldest canoe clubs in California, but
Yeah.
and one of the biggest too. Just like us at Lanakila. I got our production manager. She's got some I think she's gonna come up with a new fact sheet, bro.
79.
Oh, 79. Lanakila is 79, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I imagine Danny was not born yet. Yeah. Yeah, Danny, I don't think Danny was born because he's only
No, I was born
I
in
was born
78.
yeah.
So he was born in 81.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
81. Yeah. And Ross was born in 1955 or Ross?
Yo, hey, let's put that out there. Hey, everybody, what year was Ross Flemmer born?
Oh man.
Uh-oh. Our production manager, she's running some calculations again. 2025 is when he was born?
Minus 60, yeah. 2025 minus 60.
Oh, I didn't see that bottom number.
Hey Ross, if you're listening, were they still writing in stone back then or poor guy. He's so much fun, man, that guy.
Yeah.
So Lanakila still sitting outside. I'm going to pan to him right now. Let's get a little zoomy.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Marina's gonna change anytime soon, huh?
Yeah, we just got confirmation. C5 is Charlotte.
Yeah. Yeah, they're using that new Palafamala paddle.
Yeah,
The
the Peely?
yeah, either that or is it the Moke? It's
The Moke
one
is
of the
the
two.
bigger
Yeah. Okay.
Mark was telling us this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the Peely's the smaller one.
Okay.
Mark and Brad both paddle with him and said they really like it. That new paddle.
Yeah.
Just like anything else, you just got to get used to
Yeah.
it, you know?
And it looks like the Marina Del Rey ladies like it too. Is that what Ross said on the comments?
No.
Oh. Oh.
That's what David said.
Oh. 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 Okay.
Okay, still outside line here. Lanakila is still hanging tight. So what do you think, Brian? When do they really start putting it to the metal?
I mean, kind of look when we left them, it looked like they were, right?
Yeah.
They just made a change.
Because Marina looks really relaxed.
Yeah, it looks like Marina looks like they're playing with house money. I mean, it doesn't look like they're going to make a change anytime soon. You know, even further inside of Marina Del Rey and slightly behind us is Heilani. So,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, they're holding strong too.
yeah, it looks like Lanakila, you know, they still have the upper hand on them, but definitely factoring them in.
This is the fight here right now. Man, they've opened up quite a spot on everybody else.
Yeah.
A lot of real estate behind us before the next canoe.
So I'm wondering, like, I don't know if there's going to be any sort of wraparound swell. I imagine, I don't think so. Like, as they get closer to the island, it'll just get flatter, right?
Yeah, I imagine so.
So back to your question, if there was a time to make a move, it's kind of now. You know, got to go.
If you guys are just tuning in, we're about 5 miles from Catalina. As a matter of fact,
I say, yeah,
about
maybe a little
5
less. Yeah,
we're going
to Avalon.
To Avalon, yep. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll come right back to you. We're going to motor up to the leaders here, and we're going to catch them crossing the line. Thanks, guys, for joining us today. We're going to cut to commercial. We'll be right back to you.
The paddle is wider than a traditional paddle. And then what we discovered, the catch happens twice as quick because the blade is half as long. We found the distance per stroke is not compromised. Even with a smaller shake, it's a very efficient wing design that actually wants to drive forward when you plant it in the water. So when the blade goes in, you want to find that deep water, and you'll find the blade actually pivots deeper in the water than a traditional paddle.
Is that the legend himself in C1?
That is. Yeah, that's Jimmy Terrell up front.
So that's how we're able to manage with a smaller area, still good distance per stroke.
Get out there, be patient on the catch, and train hard, go fast, and have fun.
So I'll tell you a couple ideas about the Malama. About design idea was simply to design something that was best suited for our local conditions here in Southern California, since we are a local manufacturer in Oceanside, California, maximizing the length of the waterline and creating a canoe that is the longest on the unlimited market, and having the longest waterline on the market, I believe, is what is best suited for our calmer, flatter, typically more mellow conditions here year-round. And we've been enjoying it, and I hope there's many more years to come.
Welcome to Hilo, Hawaii, where the water is as pure as the aloha that flows through it. Waiakea water is naturally alkaline, full of minerals and electrolytes, and always giving back to our planet and people. Live aloha, drink Waiakea.
Brian, we're going to bring you guys a nice little battle right here. We've been rolling up on these guys. We have on this way outside out there is Kaihitu from the Big Island, right?
Correct.
And then right here is the other Coed team, which is Kilohana.
Doing it for the Bay.
Doing it for the Bay. And these guys are really, really fighting this out right now. So Kilohana is where in San Francisco?
They're out of Redwood City, which is considered our or their South Bay, right? They're kind of one of the further south teams down in the Bay. They're, that's roughly 40 miles south of San Francisco. They train. They kind of similar to like a Newport. They're deep inside like a bay, like a small little harbor, and takes a little bit to get out into the windy conditions in the bay. So I imagine a lot of them kind of stay inside. A lot of them have dragon boaters on their team. some old SFOCC paddlers made the switch over to them recently. I think I want to say like last year.
That's your old alumni, SFOCC, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, and and so we saw Kilohana, they blasted out hard, right? They had a pretty high turnover, pretty high stroke rate, and it worked for them early in the race. And I made that that bold claim that Kai Ehitu's longer, kind of more travel speed friendly stroke was going to work in their favor and they're going to catch them down. I thought they would have caught them sooner.
Right.
But Kilohana, they've held their lead up to this point. See what they can do with it. We just got word that we're actually about 2 miles to the finish.
Yeah.
So
we are well aware that Dana Outrigger will be your champion again this year. And for the women's, and it looks like Newport Outrigger is going to pull a win on the Coed. And this is their battle for second place Coed.
yeah, Dana is so far in the lead that they're probably going to be finishing. They're probably going to be finishing, any minute now.
Any minute. We're not near close enough to catch them.
And it looks like too, speaking of SFOCC alumni, they have Teresa Wilson steering them. She's a longtime paddler with us. She's paddled with us at SFOCC and then also paddled at Okolani for a little bit, but she's a really good steersman. She's French.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, she's got a lot of experience. She's raced the IVF a handful of times, and so it makes sense why they're this far in the lead too. They got her as a steersman.
Yeah. And she was at SFOCC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Looking good, these guys.
And also, she also raced with Dana too. She raced. Yeah, she would. She kind of pulled like a Uncle Junior Hart, or Junior Wright, I should say.
Yeah.
Used to race with Okolani, but also race with Lana Kila. She kind of go back and forth. So I forgot all about that. That Dana was that she raced with Dana.
Uncle JR.
Uncle Junior.
Uncle Junior.
Uncle Junior, right?
So right now, Kilohana is just maintaining their lead. They're looking pretty confident, but we have fighting at their hips right here. We have Kai Hitu.
And would you say that's what 3-4 boat length leads if you're kind of looking at it on a straight line? But
I mean, the camera doesn't do it right at the angles. But I would say, I'd say 3-4 boat lengths and a little bit north.
And Kilohana has the angle. You're right. Like, they
have the line, it looks like. Kai Hitu's going to have to really get after it to get him. But we've seen crazier things,
Yeah. You got to wonder, like, how many of these Coed teams, kind of set the intention of, hey, like, we're going to go to win Catalina Coed.
Yeah.
I don't think would you say there's probably not a lot of teams besides, seems like Newport Outrigger wants to do that every year, but, with like the people that they bring in to race it.
Yeah.
But a lot of these other teams, they kind of just plug paddlers in, if it's like, all right, like, hey, I'm not as committed on the men's team this year.
Right.
So, because I can only put in X amount of time. So if there's a co-ed spot for, I still want to help out the team or whatever. You got to think that there's a lot of those teams that assemble their teams that way.
Yeah. When I was part of Newport Outrigger, we intentionally ran as co-ed, but most of the co-ed crews we were battled against were always unintentional crews.
Yeah.
Almost all of them.
And sometimes
the only other club was Canoe. They ran co-ed too. And they would always battle each other. And then, NAC would just throw a bunch of guys, or Lana Key would throw a bunch of people in, and then we'd be third place.
Yeah.
But I know doesn't Okalani run? They usually come with co-ed crews, I think.
Yeah, they're running with a Masters Coed
Okay.
tomorrow
Okay. And a men's crew, I think, too.
and a men's group. Yeah.
Yep. The King of the North will be here.
Yep.
Ben McNeil.
Yeah,
Oh, Kai Hitu's going for a change here.
Kai's going for a change.
Oh, you're not going to be able to catch it. It's okay.
And it doesn't seem like Kilohana is hinting at a change either. So if hopefully Kai Hitu can make this a quick one, right? Not slow down too much.
Well, did you see what I was on Kai Hitu with the camera and the Kilohana boat came out
Okay.
and then they called up the change and then they just kind of ran back in. So I don't know if they're
Okay.
playing those games or what they're doing. But
Yeah. Okay.
they could be pretty comfortable with where they're at, but fresh bodies, we saw it at Dana,
Yeah. Yeah.
it changed the course of the race.
Okay. So they're communicating with their boat that they just did a change. And Kai Hitu, they made a change and they changed a lot of paddlers out. That boat really slowed down.
Yeah.
So Kilohana was like, "Hey, gotta go, guys, gotta go." And they picked it up here, and yeah, and they picked up a quick 2 boat length
At least.
on that lead.
Yeah.
So for all we know, too, Kai Hitu, hopefully we get a chance to interview them after, but this could just be a vacation for them.
Yeah, could
They're
be.
just here on vacation. Maybe go Disneyland after. And
They're
you
they're
know.
all the parents for the Big Island Juniors are like, yeah,
Right,
we'll go
exactly.
paddle over
Yeah,
there.
right.
Yeah.
That's what it probably,
Yeah.
or the Kaiopula team,
Kyle,
whomever's, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, slap together a team, like, whatever.
We're going anyways.
Yeah, that's cool. It's like, what did Ice Cube say? Mess around and got a triple double.
Yeah.
It's kind of what they're doing, right?
Yeah. I met a guy from Kaihitu yesterday at NAC named Jimmer. I think his name is Jimmer.
Yeah, yeah.
Really nice brother. Yeah, he loves our channel. He's commenting. He came up and said hi. Yeah.
Hey, right on.
I hope he's
Thanks,
in there.
Jimmer.
Yep.
It's funny. Speaking of triple doubles, the only Jimmer I know is that basketball player, Jimmer Fredette.
Yeah.
From is it North Carolina or Duke? One of those college players.
Yep. That's why I kind of laughed when he said his name. Like Jimmer. That's what the Canadians called it, Jim or Jimmy or Jimmer,
So Mindy she's showing me some of the top times in Catalina history are 3:46 Dana Point 2015.
Yep.
Hauling. And then since then no one's been able to crack 4 hours. So 2018 was Team Teva at 4 flat and 2019 was Team Teva again at 4:03. So today, shoot, how far in has Dana finished yet? Okay, so there's a chance that we'll still see one of these teams finishing, under sub 4 hours.
Oh, there's Newport right there.
Oh wow. Okay, so
These guys are really
they
moving
moved on
Yeah.
them. Wow. All right. So yeah. So
We're at 3:54 right now.
okay. So the camera, we got eyes on Kilohana, but Kilohana has made a move on the Tahitian Coed team from Newport Outrigger.
Yeah. It's still not far, but
I mean, yeah, Newport Outrigger is going to win this thing, but it's a lot closer than what it was, right?
yeah, because that Newport Outrigger crew was pulling away pretty hard.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
You think they pulled the Tahitians? Like, you know what, bro? I'm on Modelo mode.
They let the 4 guys paddle for like 25
exactly.
miles.
Yeah, they're like, okay, done.
Now, yeah.
Yep.
You did your job.
Yeah.
Looks like Kilohana's gonna probably be taking second here.
Yeah.
And Kaihitu's gonna be taking third.
Hey, pretty close. Just like how we thought going in that it was going to be a really good co-ed battle day. The co-ed competition was here as just as we thought.
Didn't let us down at all.
No,
for sure.
I'm glad I didn't make any wagers with you about that Kaihitu team catching Kilohana.
I was ready to take it, but I also didn't. I'm not familiar with Kilohana's team very much, so I didn't know.
But yeah, congrats to Kilohana for holding them off. But yeah, look at the way Teresa steers, man. She rarely pokes.
Yeah, rarely pokes. I was just gonna note. I was just saying that too. And even out, she probably hasn't. Maybe she has come out of the boat, but even after all these miles, man, she's attacking on the front. You know,
Yeah.
she's
She's very positive as a steers woman. She keeps it very positive. She's French, right? So I remember back in the day, she used to hear her yelling in the back, "Allez, allez!" And so yeah, it's good to see her back there. But yeah, she's a beast. C6.
she's got that style too. You've seen her a couple times now. Cross hand poke on the right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. It's cool, but it's really dangerous in races.
Yeah, you
That's how
drop the
lose a
paddle. Yeah, yeah.
That's how you lose a paddle.
Yeah, we haven't seen them run a change.
Nope, not since we've been on them. I think they
Incredible.
played that game. I think they came out looking like they were going to make a change.
Yeah. And you know what, brother? We're coming up on the last
we're
yeah,
quarter mile.
Yeah. So Newport Outrigger, they're gonna be today's Coed champs.
Dana Point's going to be today's women's champs.
Yeah.
Dana, second. The Masters crew is going to be the first Masters crew.
Yeah, 0.3 to the finish. And you know what? We didn't see any of we usually we would see the Coed team pass first place women. So that's you gotta tip your cap to Dana too.
Yeah.
Like
Congratulations, ladies.
They didn't catch them. They only caught their second the Masters team
Right
at the very end.
You got on for a minute, and I'm going to get that other mic ready to go.
All right, so we're gonna bring our broadcast sister on Mindy Clark.
Yeah,
Okay. We're gonna be setting some things up for the finish here. And
All right.
welcome back, Mindy.
Hi.
So pretty fast crossing.
Yeah, I'll say
Wow.
fast for these guys. Maybe not for the
Yeah.
back of the pack, but yeah, very fast, very smooth. They didn't have to deal with any of that wind that comes up at like between 2 and 3 hours
Yeah.
and wraps around the island. It was just smooth sailing the whole way.
Such a good point. Yeah, usually, you would see that, and it's kind of hitting them from nose
Right.
side. Yeah.
And then along with that, they have all the weight to deal with, and it takes a toll on your body
Yeah.
when you're fighting, the wind and the waves and the wakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, stoked for them. It's always fun because then you get off the boat and you're up in Avalon and you're having a good time without paying the price,
Yeah. Yeah. So we think that Dana finished under 4 hours today, right?
Yeah.
Dana women.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we haven't
Probably.
seen that in 10 years.
Right.
A sub 4 hour
Yeah.
crossing. So
Yeah,
amazing work by the Dana women.
their ability, their athleticism, their technique, all that, and combined with these fast crossing, yeah, under
Yeah.
4 hours is fantastic.
Oh yeah. And another one too is first place Coed didn't catch the
No.
women's team
Oh,
at all.
I wonder what the gap was. It'll be interesting to see later on today. So go on to Escort.org later after the race is finished, and the results are up really quick. I can't believe how quickly they get it up. They really. I got to give
Yeah,
a shout out to
efficient.
Karen Thompson.
Yep.
For being able to get all the registration and all the timing down.
We actually have Dana Point on screen. Should we try to get Dana Point for an interview here? Well,
It'd be
we're
nice.
kind of behind a
It'd be nice to get Soren because this is her first. I'm sure this is her
exactly.
first time ever doing a Catalina race.
Yeah. All right, so we got eyes on second place Wahine
Yep.
and another Dana Point
Masters
Masters team,
battling out with
Kaihitu
Kahihitu from the Big Island.
So the battle of second places actually. Or sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Kaihitu is third
Yeah.
Coed.
And I see Alexia Lopez in seat. Looks like in seat 4 over there.
Let's just follow. Yeah, so we're gonna do something we haven't done is we're gonna try to call some of these teams over to
Talk with us.
jump on quick talk story session.
You want me?
Are we gonna try to get the Sty drone up though? Like or has that ship sailed?
Do you want me to try and wave some in?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Let me see if I
Actually,
can grab.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sure Dana Point wants to
We're gonna work
congratulate their second
We're gonna work
team.
some Mindy magic here.
We'll see if we can't.
Oh, nice. Okay, so yeah, so that Kilohana team that crossed the line, we had the likes of Joyce Lamb, Anson Wong, Skylar Mack, Tech Lee, his wife Ari Lee, Grant McFadden, Teresa Wilson steering, as we were saying earlier, Sally Chi, Justin Chi. So a lot of couples on that crew. So kind of like what we were saying earlier about husbands and wives and couples. Thank you, Kareem. Definitely a lot on that crew.
You know what I remembered as we were talking about husbands and wives in our Coed crew from Oceanside, we do have a husband and wife team in there, Chris and Linda Nieto.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of husbands and wives, mothers and daughters.
Yeah.
Yep. You have Jay Wild, Anique Wild, and their son.
Yeah. 13-year-old son. That's pretty special. Did you try waving them over?
Yeah, Schindler knows, and she's steering,
nice.
but
Okay.
I think they're trying to grab all their. You come across that finish line, and you're trying to grab all your stuff so you don't lose it for about 4 hours.
Yeah.
Once you get on land here.
Yeah, will be great is if we could have them come over. Things are moving quickly. A lot of these teams finish so quickly together. So it's this is our little window. Okay, so yeah, thank you for the update, Jane. So yeah, Marina Del Rey actually did finish in front of
Oh
Lana
my
Kila.
goodness, we have a battle going on right now between Lana Kila and Heilani. Even though they're in different divisions,
Yes.
they're who has the bragging rights this afternoon.
And like we were talking about earlier, Heilani had that inside line, and it looks like they're gonna box him out here.
Heilani, a Masters team from Oahu. Okay, here we have Shinlu.
Yeah, here I'm gonna hand Shinlu, the steersman of Dana. Shinlu, I'm gonna hand you the headset.
Can we get we should get Soren because she's never
okay. Yeah.
race, right?
Yeah. Let's and then maybe we can work our way back. I don't know if the cord will reach that. So.
Okay. So we're going to talk to Soren, who is 16 years old and her first Catalina race, right? Hey, Soren, let's talk about your first race, sitting 1 and finishing Catalina in first place. So number 1 and number 1. Finishing in C1 and winning the race. How was it?
It was so fun. I was with such an awesome crew. So many great ladies. Definitely had a really, really fun time.
So tell us what seats you sat.
I sat 2 majority of the time, and then I sat 2. Oh my God, sorry. Back up. I sat 1 majority of the time, and then 2 for one piece, and that was about it. I climbed up into 2
Oh, we saw
Went from
that. We
2 to
actually
1.
have that on camera
Oh,
where you
good.
went from 2 to 1.
Yeah, I
Yep.
went from 2 to 1. Little spooky change. Johnny
yeah.
had a plan, I guess. I'm not sure. But yeah, it was
Yeah.
awesome having Johnny change coach us.
Oh.
Super fun.
Yeah. And what did you think of the distance of this race?
I think it's a good distance. It's not too long,
Yeah.
not too short. I like it. It was great. I didn't start, but I'm glad I was able to finish. I think it was awesome.
And tell us about all your other teammates in the boat.
Well, Brandy, she's a character, but one of the best. And then Josie and Grace, so awesome. It was great to switch off with Josie, my C1 partner. And then Shinlu, she's our steersman. She's so awesome. And then Heidi, who else? Emily, I can't really see. Candace, everybody's just hammers here. It's so rad too. It's such a strong group of ladies. Everybody's really, really strong.
And your plans this afternoon once you get out of the boat?
My dad and my grandma are here, so I'm gonna go hang out.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Congratulations. It's always exciting to have someone new in the boat to bring the excitement to everybody else.
Absolutely.
Candace Appleby, is this her first race? Or, Catalina on a 6-man?
I
Hey,
no, I
Candace?
remember she was with him last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She was with them last year.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
I do want to ask. So, hey, I know Disneyland is right down the road, but what's next? Is Molokai down the road for you guys?
That's Candace.
Are any plans to race Molokai? I mean, you guys dominated the field today. It's right around the corner. Is that part of you guys' plan this year to race Molokai?
This year we're not planning on it this year, but we're making some plans for next year.
Awesome.
We do have a crew that's going to go do Kailolo next weekend.
All right.
So, yeah.
Okay. So that should be a lot of fun. Way different than today, I imagine. Hopefully. No, not this year. But yeah. Well, congrats, ladies. You guys crushed it. I think we haven't seen a sub 4-hour Catalina since 2015, the last time you guys did it. So amazing.
Some of us were on that crew. So they're like, hey, the motivation is less when you got to beat yourself, right?
Kindergarten when you did that.
Yeah, right? That's crazy.
Was that kind of a goal for you? Did you know that was in reach? Yeah, given the conditions and whatnot.
Yeah, we were trying, and then I think you said like 4.5 miles out, we had to do it in like 35 minutes or something. I don't know. It was something like you only have to go 8.5, and that's great for the guys, right? We're not doing the 8.5. We got up to 8.5, so we couldn't maintain it.
Yeah. So you can say it's good time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's what we were saying all day. Yeah, you guys are flying. So
That's good. Good conditions.
well,
That's
Dana.
what was predicted, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, no wind, thankfully. Yeah. Well, congrats again. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. All right, there you go. 2025 Catalina Crossing champs right here, Dana Outrigger. Amazing work, ladies.
What's the age difference between Soren and you? Yeah.
Should we try to get tired of these race?
Yeah,
That one? Uh-oh.
they're right there.
A week. All right, so I just got word that the visual is down, but the audio is there. So we're gonna do our best to get Kai Ehitu a quick interview. It'd be awesome to talk story with them. Hey, Kai Ehitu.
How about Lanakila? They're really close.
Oh yeah. We kind of got their Alma side, but yeah, we can.
Do you see behind you?
This is a tricky one here in Avalon, right? With all the boats. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we're motoring up to Kai Ehitu actually, Mindy.
Okay.
So while we're back here just kind of floating around, we're in the process of trying to get the drone up to cover the rest of the.
So it looks like Kaiopua. Just I'm thinking that's Kaiopua just
Okay.
crossing the finish line.
Okay.
And then right behind them, it looks like Oceanside Canoe Club.
I'm gonna try to call over Kaihitu. You know what, Brad? I think you're right about the Big Island Junior parents. They might have. I think that might be them. think I'm looking at some. I think I'm looking at some Big Island Junior Vala jerseys in Kai Ehitu's canoe. Yeah, especially since they're using that canoe. So we got eyes in the skies.
Yep, we have.
Yay! Oh yay!
While we were talking, Kaha Kai's already in. Just crossing the finish line is Kaiopua, Oceanside.
Yay! It's so great to finally get some visual going, especially with the casino in the back.
We have Kaiopua right here if you want to grab them.
Yeah, let's see
Kaiopua?
if they want to come over.
Hey, Kaiopua! Come here!
You know, is this their junior team?
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah. Let's talk story.
We want to talk story with you guys.
Here, do you want you the mic out for them?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Nikki Enos, a true legend. Nikki Enos steering the canoe. Oh, okay. So Nikki Enos is one of the, and that's Nikki's daughter? Mother-daughter. Here's a mother-daughter we were talking about.
I'm here with the microphone. Can I hear you?
Can I grab the paddle and yank the tip?
Oh, yeah, here.
So steering this boat, Nikki Enos, 3-time Molokai winner. Yeah.
Whatever you like.
How was the water temperature today for you?
Water temperature was great. It was nice and refreshing after doing some double pieces. Jumping back in. It was super awesome. We love being over here.
And tell me about your team because I see some really young faces.
Oh, we have some babies in here.
So how many people, this is your first time doing Catalina?
I think this is everyone's at least first time.
Oh, Nikki's daughter? Miranda Shell. Oh, Shell's daughter. Vegas. Oh, wow.
All of you race.
I used to race. Yeah.
It's your home club's race, right?
Yeah, we did the Lilio Kalani canoe race. It's always a pleasure to have everyone come out and race our waters, and we hope to do it again next year and have everyone come out again. It's also nice to go on a little vacation after. This is a vacation for all the hard work we did after Lilio.
Right.
Yeah, it's actually really nice to see the Big Island contingency here this weekend, right? Yeah, you have your junior girls team, and I know they're on fire lately. So
Yeah, we have a fire.
Oh wow!
Wow, 3 teams over?
Slightly
Wow.
with you as well. So and then of course tomorrow we're gonna see the Big Island Junior boys.
Yeah.
So right on. Some more
Well, thank you for supporting the race, right?
paddling over.
Good job. Any plans tonight on the island, or are you guys going right back? You're going right back. Okay.
They're going back.
Oh, sad.
All
right.
They want to keep the load light.
Well, guys, thank you.
Oh, I see offshore with Kevin Olds just crossed the finish line, along with
Right on, Kaiopua. It's great to see them out here, and they came in a full fleet today. That's for sure.
Yeah. I guess that's their their reward for putting on such a great race, right? To come over to
Yeah,
Catalina.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? I wish I asked them too if they were pursuing the Molokai. Maybe you got to think,
Yeah,
right?
I'm
If
sure they
they're
did.
flying
Yeah,
out here
yeah,
to
yeah. I
race this
mean,
race.
if you're from Hawaii, I think it's
Yeah.
even though it is hard and an expensive race, you do it, right?
Yeah.
Especially now that it's back because it was gone from 2020
Long
through
time. Yeah.
last
Or
year. Last year was
2019,
the
I
first
want to
time. So
say.
for 4 years, 20,
5 years.
21,
Yeah.
22, 23. Yeah.
Yeah.
4 years they haven't had it. So I would imagine that everybody would, after watching it happen last year, I think more people
Yeah.
will go to it. Yeah. So we're starting to see people trickle into the finish right now.
Yeah, a lot of these teams are they're about to get into Modelo mode here.
Yeah.
I know some of our team members are already there.
I want to see, this is a group from Maui, isn't it? In the
camel.
The camel.
The Marina Del Rey camel.
Yeah.
Our production manager is calling over Lanakila to chat with us. Although we have Jane, we have this crew here too.
Jane, this crew's
We got Leah's team here.
Yeah, Lanakila.
Yeah, that's our top.
Oh, hey, you know what? That looks like the kind from Paula Famala.
Yeah, Maui.
Yeah. I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place here. Who do we talk to?
Well, we can always talk to Lanakila.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I mean, they're in a better. Lanakila has their alma to us. It's kind of better if we get a team that has.
You want to?
Yeah. Excuse me. Did we call them over? Oh yeah, right on. Cam. Yeah, Cam, I think I want to say from this is What's up, guys? We're try to, if you guys can you try to get as close to us as possible so we can pick up the mic from you. Sorry. We'll hold your paddle if we need to. They're I know that's a big ask, especially after a channel crossing. But yeah, we got so we're seeing the Paula Famala jerseys, but what club are we?
Mixed plate
Maui's homies. I love it.
And I gotta say, I've been seeing a lot of white paddles throughout the whole race. You want to tell us about that? Oh, okay. We got a spokesman. We got a official spokesperson.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do. We're trying to figure out the microphone situation. All right, so who's our spokesperson? Oh yeah. Okay, so what was the question?
How's the water temperature?
Oh, it's nice. There's like a nice little ice bath between everything. It's perfect.
So you guys are a Maui mixed plate team, as you guys are calling yourselves. So you guys are all over Maui.
We have 3 different clubs. We have Laiulokai, Wailea, and Hawaiian County with us, all from Maui.
And is this anybody's first time race here?
It's our second time. We raced last year, same crew. We had so much fun last year. We had to come.
Oh my!
Another paddle.
Is that Yuli? Oh, it is Yuli. What's It's Lee. Okay, so you guys see they're sneaking up on us again. Last year we thought you were about Kapaimua.
Last time.
And
this year we paddled under Laiulokai.
Okay.
Right on, Lee. Well, last time we seen you on camera, it was all fuzzy, so I didn't even know like this.
Yeah.
That's
right, but
hey, Lee, I got a question though.
Yeah.
The white paddles, because I know you do paddle work. Do you have something to do with the white paddles?
No, this is all Cameron back there.
Cameron up?
Roll that guy.
Put it on, Cameron. Beautiful.
So where to next? Are you guys staying on island overnight, or what's happening?
Definitely stay on the island overnight. That's the best part of doing mix.
And so how long was this planned for? Was this kind of like a hey, let's do it like we did last year?
We finished the race last year. We had so much fun. It was automatic. Just had to come back.
Well, hey, it's great to see you guys. It's always nice to see Hawaiian teams out here, and congrats to you guys. Is any more races in the near future, like Nawahine, Molokai? By next weekend, right?
Yeah.
Complete opposite from today, hopefully. Congrats, and go get in a Modelo mode or whatever kind mode you guys get into after the race. But yeah, congrats, and thanks for paddling over. Appreciate it, you guys.
I'm sure Marina Del Rey will lend you the boat to paddle back to Hawaii.
Yeah, tomorrow at Lanakila. Yeah.
He's flying the drone right now. You know, I'm not drone duty. Drone pilot. Coming down, that's also. It's still higher than you and Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. Yeah. Right. There's
All right, thanks for bearing with that interview. I know we're basically sharing microphones, so the audio may not be as strong. So thanks for bearing with that. We'll try to maybe the next canoe we'll try to just shove the mic in their face. But yeah, a lot of smiling faces, huh, Mindy?
Yeah.
Right, that was a pretty fast crossing.
Yeah,
So
I'm
well, so Justin, you can't hear Justin in the background, but he was saying, it kind of looks like Lee. I didn't even recognize him until I started hearing his voice, and I was like, wait a minute. Plus, he's got makeup sunscreen on right now, so he looks different.
okay. So who just crossed the line is the gals from Keahau, Honau.
Oh, Keahau? Yeah.
Now in the black
On the Big Island.
On the Big Island, the black and gray boat. They're using Kailua's canoe.
Okay.
They practice right at the City of Refuge, right? Right where everybody finished.
Okay.
Last year and started the men's race from Honau now.
Yeah, heading back up to Kona, right?
And then we have one more canoe coming across the finish line. I see another battle coming right behind them.
This looks like SFOCC.
Yep, that is.
It would be awesome to, I know they just finished, but just have them come right up to the boat. Let's see if I can make that happen. Is that Omar?
Omar, SFO! Omar, SFO!
Trying to get their attention, but we're just gonna back into them.
SFO! SFO!
Oh no, it's too late now. They're behind the warning.
Yeah. That didn't work out. What's sad is I haven't paddled for that club in so long that I don't actually recognize anybody on the boat right now. I know Omar's not on there, so.
Looks like a Hano Coed crossing the line and jumping ship. Bob Kelly with NAC across the line.
Yeah, let's bring them in for sure. Can you imagine finishing a long race and you got Jane Creighton yelling at you to do something? Like, wait, what? Are you gonna do what now?
All right, here we go.
Okay, Jane, I need you on the dial.
All right, we got NAC. Yeah, ladies. Here, watch your ama, yeah. Hey, yo. Oh, sorry, I didn't want to pull your ama. Okay. Oh, perfect. We got the
You did it.
we got the pepperoo with us. We got Bobby. Here, Bobby, I'm gonna shove this microphone in your face. I'm sorry in advance. Take it away, Mindy.
All right, Bobby.
Hi.
Hi. How was it back there? Nice and easy.
It was. We definitely finished better than we started. We had a little bit of a slower start, but and then the
I know. So,
Hold on to that.
hold on. We'll bring it back.
Here, let me hold your adult.
Okay, that's good. Watch the boat. All right. Now we talk. Okay, Mindy, go ahead.
All right.
we started a little slow. It got better. Mid channel, it started moving better, and we started going better. Finished strong.
Good.
Good job, guys.
Nice
Yeah.
job, guys.
Bobby, tell me about your crew here.
We got Jenny up in 1. We got Joanne in 2. We got Kelly in 3. Yuko 4. L5. Our strokers actually crushed it. Joanne, Kelly, and then Stacy on the boat over there were our captains all day, and they did so great, especially when I was getting tired. So good job, guys.
Will do anything at all, or?
He was all right. Our coach Chris was great too.
Okay, we're gonna back up a little bit, guys. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
There you go. Newport Aquatic Center.
Yeah, go get a beer. You guys earned it.
Beer and stickers.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, shout out to
so
them. You got a lot of moms, you got a lot of wives on that team.
We had a Santa Barbara boat. Looks like Debbie Dutton steering that one. Come across the line while we were doing the interview. That would probably be the second Santa Barbara boat coming across the line, right?
That's right. Yeah, the first one was the 805. So, and I have yet to see it. I mean, they're probably on their way to Luau Larry's already.
Yeah.
This is I gotta say, this is tricky to navigate.
I would not want to be
Through here.
driving this boat.
I was just gonna give a shout out to
to
Scott Lincoln
Exactly.
for just weaving his way through this. I mean, you got people on kayaks, and of course we wanna be safe.
All right, I think this is our team from Canada. It's a Coed team coming across the line.
Yeah, and it's we got Scott Lincoln weaving his way, and the Stydrone is up and running, so it's good to see that too.
Oh, no. Team Waterman.
Team Tahoe.
Tahoe
Yeah.
Waterman. Yep, with a neat. Carolina.
Same flavor?
Coed. I even saw Morgan Hensley. Is that Morgan Hensley? Top stand-up paddler as well. She's sitting in seat 4. You want to get them out? Try and get them over here?
Yeah.
Oh, Waterman coming in?
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can get Tahoe here for a quick interview.
Can you guys come here?
I wonder if that's Anik in 1. Yeah.
Can we do a quick interview with you guys? Yeah, you just gotta spin your boat.
In front of the finish line.
You just gotta stand so you come up on the side.
Let's see if we can help them out here.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Congrats, guys. If you want, you can go that way and reverse it if that's easier. Oh. Yeah, these teams are coming in
Fast and hot
right now.
So I think
the water is the block is hot right now.
All the gals in the boat. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have Carolina in seat 5.
Should we? I'm gonna give it to Anik.
Yeah.
Can you, as best as you can you keep it close to your mouth? You pick up the ankle body. I know that's a big ass, especially after a big channel crossing ass race. Oh my.
Hold on to your paddle. I'll pull you to us. All right, Anik. I know you've done this race quite a few times. Tell me about this one. I know. And tell me, what was different about this one?
Each of them are so different because we always have different crews.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been so special the last few years because we have our oldest paddler.
Yeah, Carolina.
And then our kiddo's been doing it for 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
But I mean, every year is so special because we have new members and
Right. So
that we introduce the paddleboard.
your club in Tahoe, is it getting bigger and bigger by the year?
Not necessarily. I think we're getting stronger,
Mhm.
and then we have a trickle drop of athletes. But everybody's so busy in Tahoe, like mountain biking
Yeah.
and doing so many sports. That's really hard to get a crew of people committing. But we always, grab
Yeah.
stragglers, and people will drop in here and there, and then we make them do the crossing.
Oh, great. Great.
special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have any new people who haven't done it, or are they all the same?
With the men's, right? Yeah,
Oh.
and we have 2 paddlers from Avila Beach.
Uh-huh.
We have Morgan of
Oh,
Florida.
wow.
We always keep
Talking about Avila Beach, right?
Avila Beach, yeah.
You have a race coming up, right? Oh, oh no. That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah, so no, we always grab people and do what we can, and then the men still have a solid crew there.
Right.
Same crew tomorrow. So
Oh, good.
yeah, we got to get the boat here somehow.
Yeah, you got to use it while it's here, huh? Right?
Of course.
All right, we'll let you go. Have fun tonight. Are you guys staying on the island?
Thank you. No, we're going back.
Going back. Okay. All right. Well, congratulations.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Appreciate it. Right on. Cheers, man. All right, Tahoe Water.
Tahoe Waterman.
Enjoy the afternoon. Have fun tomorrow.
All right, Mindy. I'll jump on with you for a minute.
All right. All right, we have Carolina. You're welcome. Another Lanakila boat just crossed the finish line. I think they had 6 Lanakila boats today, women, and 1 junior Lanakila boat coming across the channel.
What is that, junior? Oh, yeah, junior
this,
team, yeah.
This must be the junior team right here. Look, they all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The junior kids.
Yeah.
Oh, on.
Do you want to try and get them over here?
Yeah, we should.
Kila!
Oh.
There.
I know. I think
I think there's a little current.
little bit of brain damage too. They're like, who's doing what and how?
So, are we on TV?
Oh yeah, we're live.
Live. Okay.
Yep.
So a little bit of current right in through here.
Yeah.
As they come through, they're kind of getting pushed around, and they don't want to damage their. They come all the way over here, and they don't want to damage their canoe because there's always guys.
Well,
there's always guys using it tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it's true.
So this looks like another team that is a.
That's the Kaiopua Junior Kids. Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
I think Lanakila is trying to get over here, but they're struggling. Everybody's just wants to go and get a shower.
Yeah.
Mindy, how many times have you won this channel?
19 in women and 1 in a Coed.
So 20 wins.
So 20 wins.
Amazing.
Yeah, in the 80s and 90s. Here comes our, our Coed, our Oceanside Coed group. And in that, in seed 4 and 5 is a married couple, Linda and Chris Nieto. Up here we have the junior girls from Lanakila. All right. Is that right? You guys are the junior girls from Lanakila? Junior girls from Lanakila? You're just open? You guys all look young.
Yeah, let's
Come on over.
we'll try to put your powder, just cover your almas.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anybody's first crossing?
It's all of their first crossing.
Your first crossing. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to give one of you this microphone. You're gonna have to hold it close to your mouth as much as can.
Do you want to mute it?
Would like to be that close.
Well, let's go for it. Yeah, there you go.
So give me your paddle and you hold on to it. You hold on to it and I'm holding on to it and I'm going to pull you over. Hold on to it.
We killed it today. It's all of our first time, and we fucking killed it.
Wow. Do we have to go? What did you think of it? Was it harder or easier than you thought? Were you trained properly?
We're better than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, better than anticipated. I think it was the most magical day ever.
Beautiful conditions. Couldn't have gone in better conditions, really.
Yeah, we're stoked to be here.
So tell me about your crew here.
Well, it's our first year, her first crossing, all of our first crossings.
We've been together from the start.
Yeah.
Been together, and is this your first year paddling too, or? Yeah, first year also. Wow. All right.
On. Congrats.
You guys staying the night and partying or going back? Staying the night, getting the full experience. All right.
Well, of course, they got Turbo as their boat captain. They had a lot of fun today, that's for sure. Right on. Rookies, congrats, ladies. Awesome.
And then right on the other side of them, it looks like we have Natalie Rigolet, Jojo Tupner, Kathy Weinberg, Jojo Tupner.
Get JoJo over here.
Yeah, I mean, do we want to try to get an interview with your old teammate, your longtime teammate?
She's on the Escort boat, though.
That might be easier,
Oh,
actually.
okay.
The Escort from we got bumpers.
Do we got bumpers?
No.
Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not.
Great stuff.
Oh, Spencer Link. He can do it.
He looks like the old lead singer from Sugar Ray.
Come over. Can you come over to us? Okay, Spencer. If anybody can do it, Spencer can do it.
Okay, what do we have the
Spencer can do it. So, Jojo Tupner.
This crew is definitely in Modelo mode, Mindy. All right, we got Spencer.
Jojo.
Oh, we're just gonna hand it to Jojo.
Yeah.
Here,
So you gotta Jojo walk down here.
Are you able to put that on, Jojo?
I don't know, I have a big head.
Jojo, what number Catalina is this for you?
What's the total number?
I don't know.
I missed one. But I know Billy told me